Alrighty, Halloween week 2025 continues. I am here with my good buddy Cal. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on? Hello, Dream Warriors.
Yes, the Dream Warriors are out there. We got Ginger. He's one of them. What's up, buddy?
He's definitely
Uh,
a warrior.
we got Keith, another Dream Warrior. We got Syntheside. We got Ginger saying hi to Gore. We got Ginger saying hi to Syntheside. We got Gore saying hey to Synth. We got Gore saying hey to Ninja. Everyone's saying hi. We got Paula in here. Nice to see you as always, Paula. Hello, party
What,
people.
what's going on,
Whoop,
everybody?
whoop.
Yo, so if Gore
We
was
don't need no
a
water.
Dream Warrior, I'm sure he would be a wrestler.
Yeah. May is here. How you doing, May?
The Queen.
Nice to see you, Paula, too, as always. Of course. No, you cannot hang. Get out. Get out of here. Of course.
The
You
Queen.
always hang. Hey, Jen. How you doing? And is that everyone? I think it might be. Oh, Tasha. Hey, Tasha. And I think that is everybody.
Hello,
Both did a
everybody.
great job. Oh, at The Exorcist. Yeah, that was a great stream last night. That was a lot of fun. And this one will be the same. We have the best out of Cal's own mouth many times in private
Yeah,
conversations
yeah.
of Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge from 85. The very, very controversial entry in this franchise. I've always loved this film. I did like Dream Warriors the most as a kid. We talked about this a little bit when we were talking Nightmare on your channel last week,
Hmm.
and I like Dream Warriors, and I still do. It's my third favorite in the franchise after the original and the original after this one. But
So it goes
I
in
don't know.
order for you. Okay.
Well, no, two, one, and three.
Oh,
So like
two, one, and
two,
three. Oh,
then
yeah,
the
this is your
original,
favorite.
then
Okay.
yeah, the Dream Warriors would follow the original, which would
Was this
follow.
always your favorite, or did he just become your favorite over time?
Yeah, it took a little bit, like from childhood, like when I first saw the series, when they'd run, the franchise, just like how I saw the Friday franchise on AMC USA. I saw they would play the first six because those were the ones that were out. I think six
Mhm.
was out at the time. Yeah, six was out. So they would play one through six, and I would catch them whenever they were on. And I always loved Dream Warriors as much as the original, pretty much right on par with each other. And I don't know, maybe a few years after that, I started to really appreciate two more. I always loved it, but I never loved it more than the others. And then after
Mhm.
certain a few watches of it, it just really grew to my favorite for a few reasons. For Freddy is, in my opinion, in this movie, Freddy is the darkest he's ever been. He's the creepiest and most evil looking and acting that he's ever been. The makeup on him is the best in the series.
Mhm.
His line of and by the pool, that shot of him saying "You're all my children now" is my favorite shot in the franchise. It's my favorite line in the franchise. Jesse's my favorite character, pretty much besides Freddy in
Wow.
the
Really?
franchise.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
yes, I
Okay.
really love this movie a ton. The
My
effects
favorite
were
line is what do you say? "Feel yourself, fucker," or something like that. That's my favorite line.
yeah, yeah, and you're the body and I'm the brains, and he peels it
Oh
back.
yeah.
All the effects work is phenomenal in this movie too. That's another thing. The practical effect when Jesse has Freddy burst out of him in front of Grady, locked in the room. That's, I think, the best effect in the
That
franchise. I
shit
mean,
that
there's
shit
so
sounds
much
like a
message
porn
from it.
movie, man. Sound like you talking about a porn. I'm just
I know.
saying.
It's
Jesse's
got
busting out of him.
yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
slightly
okay.
reminiscent of pornography, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean,
if
there's
you,
a
you
lot
could,
of little
people could
subliminal
put
messages
that.
in this
Oh
one.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and honestly, a lot of them because I had the pleasure of having this Jack on, the director Jack Sholder, who
Absolutely.
also did Alone in the Dark from '82, which is a great movie. If people haven't seen that one, check out Alone in the Dark with Donald Pleasance. Who else is it? Jack Palance and some one other big name I'm forgetting. And then he also did Wishmaster 2, which is my favorite Wishmaster. And he did some not so good films like Arachnid, 99 or 2000, something like that. But great guy, and I really like his directing in this. And he fought really hard to get Robert Englund back to play Freddy because they were going to just cast anybody. They were going to cast a new actor.
I've seen
They
Robert
weren't.
Englund talk about that too. They just was trying to
Yep.
be cheap, and they actually
Yep.
started filming with somebody. It just didn't turn out good.
Yeah, just didn't want to pay Robert Englund what he felt he deserved to come back, and Jack really, as the director, really stood by him and said, like, I think it would be a bad idea to recast him, and they ended up negotiating and everything, and he ended up getting him back, and he even said to me on that interview that they were at a panel and stuff, and then afterwards he said, thank you for basically continuing my career, and allowing me to have a career after the first film. And so, I mean, I really admire that about Jack Sholder, that he was able to really fight for Robert Englund, to come back and play Freddy and be the Freddy that we know and love today. Because imagine if there was a different Freddy for the
I could
second
see this.
movie.
I could see this one bombing, and then they bring him back for the third one. They would.
Yeah.
I think they still would have got him back. I just don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
if it would have had good momentum either, though.
Yeah, I think they would have probably gotten back too if after like the reaction from a second movie, because it's not like recasting someone, and it's not like doing like in the remake when you had Jack Earl Haley, right? That's who it is, who played Freddy, who's a great actor. Like he's a great actor, and we were just talking backstage about Shutter Island, and that's going to be the next deep dive coming out. And whenever I can get to that, edit it because we got the watch alongs, but that one's coming. He's in that briefly, and he was in The Watchmen. He was in Doll Man, a pretty decent role in a pretty bad full moon movie, a fun but bad full moon movie. But as much as he is a great actor, he didn't work as Freddy for me. But I don't think, like we were saying, I don't think that it's impossible for there to be somebody else to come along and play a new Freddy Krueger, a different
And I don't think that
interpretation.
was all Jackie Early's fault too. I think he did the best he could. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he did the best he could with all the, everything, so much hate being flung at him just for not being Robert Englund, which
Yeah, it's
is
ridiculous.
a lot to deal with in its own. But when was the first time you saw this film, and what was your
Ooh.
thoughts seeing it?
Well, I'm bad with the first time. I just
Or like how
always
you felt
remember.
about it in general, and then maybe if it grew
Yeah.
on you over time. And
We used to see, people don't understand, for you young folks, we used to rent movies, and renting was a big
yep,
thing, and we rented this a lot, and I always felt when I was a kid, this was it was a little blurry which Freddy was Freddy, but when I really got into the franchise, this has always been the school bus scene always stood out. And I think that is that was Final Destination for me before Final Destination. Like
okay,
it traumatized me, and
yeah,
just being a kid on a bus and stuff. I remember that happened to me, and that's all I could think about when I was a kid. So
was that
and
scene
anytime,
right?
yeah, and he was
It's a
going
great
down dark
scene.
places like that. Like he took a shortcut, and I was the only kid on the bus too. Shit scared the
Yeah,
shit out of me. And
I can imagine, man. It is
but
because it's a creepy scene.
yeah, and I think it's the most I don't know. I think that's the scariest thing. It's the most I think it's the best scene in the movie, kind of. I don't know. The pool party's pretty good too. But like far as seeing
Yeah,
this movie, this I don't want to kick this movie because I love this movie now. But when I first used to watch it, I thought it was the just say the remake didn't exist. I thought this was the worst one. And
yeah.
and it always fell last. This
A
was the one I didn't
lot of
want to
people did.
watch, you know. But over time, I think this movie, it is still not my favorite, but it has aged the best out of all of them. It is all the I always knew there was more to this movie, but when you're younger, you have more innocence to you and you don't really notice certain things, but you could feel that certain things are at play. And I always knew something was going on deeper with this movie. And as time
Mhm.
went, those things were reassured to us. Like, yeah, it was what you thought it was. But I love the risks they took. A lot of people don't really even get into the nuances of like religion tied to this movie, like just the taboo of being gay and
Yep.
this and that. And Freddy is like the demon, the gay demon that comes out of it. I mean, there's so many things. Like
Oh
that's how people really think. And so
yeah,
I think with that mindset and still a mindset,
yeah,
this movie is aging even better. So I love this movie now. And you're right. This is absolutely top two his darkest. I don't know if it's darker than New Nightmare, but it might be. I don't know. I go back and forth, but but it's just that this movie was made in a different time where the movie's actually physically darker too. So it feels even
I was
darker.
just gonna agree with you and say that, and that's a similar thing that like I would argue too. I would definitely see that argument for New Nightmares Freddy because I love his
Mhm.
fucking design in that
I
movie. He
think he's
looks so
scarier
good.
here than he actually is in the original. I know a lot of people be like
Yeah.
blasphemy,
Oh,
but
100%. He's much more
but
scary here than the
mhm,
original. I said that all the time. I'll die on that
mhm.
hill. But
Yeah,
New Nightmare, he's very evil looking and fucking intimidating in that film
he
too.
really feels like a demon.
Yeah,
Although,
yeah,
shout
and
out to Freddy
I
versus
love
Jason.
the trench coat on him. Yeah, he's good in that too. Actually,
I
he's
mean, shout
pretty
out to him
intimidating.
in that one scene, the demon makeup they did when he's on the lake trying to drown Jason.
Yeah,
That was a great look too. That was a dark look too. But
yeah,
far as a full movie between this and New Nightmares, it's tough, man. I might lean on this one though because
yeah.
I feel like we get more Freddy in this than New Nightmare, so I might lean
I
on
think
this one.
yeah, we do. I think we do because there's a lot of Freddy foreplay in New Nightmare.
Yeah.
Before we finally start seeing him a bit. But that's my favorite after the first three because this isn't really my franchise. As I say all the
Mhm,
time, I love
mhm,
the original. I love this film. I love Dream Warriors. And then I have a lot of nostalgia for 4, 5, and 6. I just don't think they're good, but I like I said when we were talking 6, I think 6 went up a lot better, like a lot more for me than
mhm,
it ever was, and it
mhm.
topped 4 and 5 for me, and it's self aware and knows it's being ridiculous, and
You
it
could get
goes for
stoned for that
everything.
because
Oh
people
yeah,
love 4.
it
They
goes
love
for
4.
everything. See, I'm
Yeah.
not as big on 4 and 5. I think
Matter of
those are the
fact, I
low
had a
period.
stream last night and we did the 88 and 89 years for the movies, and everybody
Oh,
had Nightmare on
nice.
Elm Street 4 on their rank. I did as well. And everybody actually had, believe it or not, everybody on the panel had Nightmare 5 in their top 5. So there are people, I know people think it's hard to believe that there's people that like Dream Child, but they're there. I'm one of
Oh
them.
yeah, absolutely. There's people who adore every film in this franchise. Maybe not the remake, but there are some people who love that remake too,
I don't
which
adore the remake, but I
I
don't
think
think
is
it's as bad as
terrible.
people make it.
I think
It's the
it's
worst
wonderful.
Freddy, but yeah,
It
but
has
the
it
worst
has
remake ever that people I
what?
mean, I've seen some bad remakes. Like,
Oh,
it's definitely
absolutely.
not the worst remake. Like,
You
it's the
get a lot
worst
more
Freddy.
terrible ones than good ones too, for sure.
They haven't seen The Grudge or The Leprechaun Origins. They haven't seen these movies.
What, the
Those are
Grudge American remake or the later
yeah,
Grudge, like the one a few years ago?
the one a few years ago.
Oh yeah, yeah, that wasn't good at all. No,
That
I don't.
shit, and then,
I don't even like the original remake of the
I
Grudge.
don't like that one either. I think
I
it's a
like
terrible movie.
Jew on the Grudge is the best, hands
Also,
down.
too, Leprechaun Origins. I mean, despite what you think about the Leprechaun,
I never
that
saw
remake
that.
is, oh my god, it's atrocious.
I heard a lot of bad things. I've never been a Leprechaun fan. You know because you got me. You reminded me of that kill in 3, that awesome kill,
Mhm.
the magician getting sawed
I
in
don't
half.
expect you to like Leprechaun, but I expect you to how should I say, appreciate like little things about it. I think you would have
Oh, for
fun with
sure.
it.
I
Do
like
you
the
have fun
first
with
two.
it?
I like the first two.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't
and
like the third one? I thought you would like the third one.
I haven't seen it since I only saw that scene, like when I was putting that kills compilation
You've
together
seen them in
last year.
general, right? You've seen them all in general, right?
No, no, I've never seen past the third. That's another
Oh
series
my
like Puppet
god.
Master until I did the rest of Puppet Master
You
series
watched
and
Puppet
like
Master
Hellraiser.
before Leprechaun? What's
Yeah,
wrong with you, Jay?
I don't know
Come
because
on,
I
man.
like the first 2 Puppet Masters more than I like the
I do
first 2
too.
Leprechauns. That's pretty
I
much it.
love I was a big Puppet Master fan, but
Yeah,
Leprechaun is the man.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I gotta watch like
See, I
4.
like
He goes to
personality.
space, right? Yeah, I
I
know.
love
That's why we
personality.
love Chucky so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, oh yeah, and May just I've been leaving this up for a bit. Cal is only 3 subs away from 300, so let's help him get
Oh
there,
yeah,
man.
I am, man. I appreciate
Head
everybody.
over
I
head
got
over
like
to him,
6
man.
subs in the last few streams, so I appreciate that too. So thank you, everybody.
That's
Shout
awesome,
out
man.
to Brain
Head
Damage
over.
and Synthesize. I know they were 2 new people, and anybody else that's up. I appreciate you.
Keith is sharing them out. Tasha just subscribed. Thank you, Tasha. And
Here, I gotta get to this chat. Sorry,
yeah,
guys. I gotta see what you're saying. I'm not looking at the chat. All right, I'm
yeah,
looking
no,
now.
that's what I'm doing too. I'm catching up. Clue Gallagher, yeah, Clue Gallagher in this as Jesse Walsh's father, Mr. Waltz. I think it's Dan, his name, right? Dan Waltz.
Mhm.
But the actor, I didn't, and I couldn't believe that I didn't realize until I just did the Feast films that he plays the bartender in that movie, and he's the father in this film. I did not know it was the same guy because he's so much older in
He
the
was in
Feast
Feast.
trilogy. Yeah,
Huh.
he's the bartender guy.
Oh wow,
That's
really?
Jesse's father in this. Yeah, when you see him, that if you
He's
remember the
still around.
bartender,
Okay,
yeah, that's
nice.
what surprised me. Like, because he was older. I don't know how old he was in
See,
this, but
dude,
maybe in his
these
50s.
people in the 80s and 70s, man, they were 30 years old looking like they were
That's
60.
I know. People looked older back then. Like if they were
Or it
younger,
was
they looked
great makeup. It was one of the two.
yeah, but he doesn't. He looked older in this. Like he looked. I don't know how old he was again, but he looks like at least in his 40s, if not like 50s. And then he was in Feast, which was 2005 that they filmed that,
That
and
first Feast movie
partially
was
released.
great. I watched
Yeah,
those
right.
recently. I mean, trilogy, but the first
Yeah,
movie is really good.
the trilogy. The third one isn't as good. I like
I
the
just
second one almost as equally as the original, but
It's
the first
close.
one is the
The
best.
third one, just that ending, I was just like, I watched them all in a row.
Dude, I
So
know the fucking robot, right?
yeah, I'm like, I felt like it was a fuck you, like
Like,
it
what
was
the hell
they
was
fucking
that?
edged us, bro. Like what the
Yeah,
fuck? There was
what
no
was that?
climax.
There was
I'm like,
nothing there.
they
I
think
said
they're
I was
funny.
left. I forgot all about that ending when I did the videos
Yo,
recently.
I
And
was
when I
so in
rewatched
denial.
3, I was like, "Wait, what?" I said, "I don't remember this at all." I said, "What
I
the
was
fuck
so in
is that?"
denial, JT, that I fucking fast forwarded through the fucking credits to see if anything was at the
That's what I
end of
did
the
too.
movie.
I did the
I'm
same
like,
thing. I
the
said, "Let it
fuck?
play." I said, "Let it play. Let's see." And nope, nothing. Like he just walks on the road for like a mid
Yeah,
credit thing, and that's
that
it.
was
There's
like
no
a
explanation.
fucking oh my god!
Oh, it's
I
so
got blue
random.
balls off of that fucking
Yeah,
ending.
that's the type of ending. Like that's not like a good random ending.
And
Sometimes there's good
people
endings
talk
that
shit
end
on
up.
three from hell. Nah, watch
Oh,
Feast's ending. That is a
yeah,
fucking yo. Oh man,
yeah. Feast 3 is the ending's ridiculous. It's so out of nowhere, like out of left field, completely you would never see coming in a million years. Anybody because it's so random. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
Feast box set
Kugel
would be
was
cool.
great in this. Um, hey, what's going on, Katie? Hey, you got
Yeah,
nightmares in the name, so
my
perfect.
girl Katie, what's going on, Katie? Glad you can make it.
Best everybody, making sure I'm not missing anybody coming in, and then we can get this movie started. It
I
is
don't.
streaming on Max. It's streaming on. I think that might be it, Max. It might be on YouTube, like to rent and Prime. I'm sure it is to rent, but it's also on Look Movie, which I linked to the Look Movie link. It's free. It's
Mhm.
just 10
I've
second
never
ad.
used Look Movie. Is it safe?
Yeah, yeah. It's not like a torrent site or anything. It's kind of like a regular streaming site. It's free and has a 10-second ad at the beginning
Hmm,
of it. Besides that, I've never had an issue with it.
nice.
I use everybody. I know a lot of people actually in the community now that know of it and use it all the time.
Thank you, Mayan. I'm a scary.
Yeah,
I'm more
yeah,
scared of this than Freddy. I'm more scared of
no.
that person than Freddy.
I am
Just saying.
too. I always am skeptical about any type of weird sites or for anything free, anything that's giving something away
Yeah,
for
right.
free. I'm immediately skeptical, like absolutely. And
Don't say that,
before we
JT.
look,
Somebody's gonna want to send you something for free in the chat, and then you're gonna be like,
yeah, well,
no,
if it
well,
turns out being like legitimate, then it's fine. It's just that initial
send me a
skepticism is
send me a
always
red and green sweater, people. I'll take it.
yeah, yeah, that's right. And he'll take Freddy memorabilia and clothing. Hey, what's going on, man?
With
Dark room.
Mayan, have you
Always
watched
love
these
this
movies at Mayan? Mayan
reveal.
hasn't seen these movies. She's scared of Freddy.
She never saw it? Get the fuck out of here. May, are you serious?
She might have saw the first one. That's it.
Also, welcome, Kiwi. How are you?
Because I used to always try to get her to watch them. Like I get what she's saying. She's scared of them, so she won't watch them. But come on, it's Freddy. You got to do it, man.
Hit that like button, make the
Leave that
little
damn
goat.
swimmer boy alone sometime. Come on over here to this nightmare, man.
It's Look Movie. It's not an app, it's just a website. It's just lookmovie.com. Or just search on Google lookmovie.com. But I linked it. I'll drop the link again.
That's a secret, man. I'm sorry. Oh, damn, you won't tell me nothing no more, huh? Sorry. I didn't know that was a secret. I thought everybody knew. You don't cheat on Jason. You're Team Jason.
Yeah, I know Sheila. I mean, Jason is my favorite out of the major. If I was, because I don't consider Chucky part of like the major slashers because he's his own thing, and
Blasphemous.
no, because he's his own thing. You can't put him at that level because he's so great.
Blasphemous.
He's got to be on his own because he's a killer doll. He's not
He's
a
the
human
king.
being or
He's
a
the
undead.
king.
Yeah, that's why he
Well,
has
you'll
his
see.
own separate
You'll,
category.
you'll see. I got a series coming, man. We going to
Oh
discuss
yeah,
that. Yeah, you'll
nice,
see. I'm tired of
nice.
hearing that the Chucky disrespect. Chucky's the man.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that. What's the name of it? Yeah, I said that. Let me repost that link. It's in the. I was
I
looking
don't
for it on
know
my
though.
computer, and I remember I copied it.
I might got Michael over Jason. I don't know. It's tough.
I always love Jason just because of the kills and how creative he is. I mean, Michael got there a bit, like as time went on, and then Freddy, of course, had that freedom always because he's in your nightmares. But
Jason's
just
a
like,
badass. I just
yeah,
always thought
just
Michael's movies were better, but now that I'm older,
yeah,
put it this way: out of all the big people, Michael has the most. Michael has one movie in his franchise that everybody universally hates. Like, there's always a film. Like for the other ones, I don't hear that. You know what I mean? People just absolutely hate a lot of his movies. So
yeah.
I
No,
don't know.
that's true. I mean,
I don't hear that
Halloween.
for Jason.
No, you don't. Not as
I mean, people
often. And
don't like Jason Goes to Hell. They don't like this one and that one, but they fucking hate some of them Halloweens, man.
even me, and I don't use the word hate often at all, but I hate Halloween Ends. That movie was so bad.
I
Let's
kind of like
just.
it. I
I
hate
don't. I
Halloween.
know you do. I don't like it at all. I
Season of the
don't.
Witch.
Yeah, I love Halloween 3. That's my favorite sequel in the Halloween
What the
franchise.
fuck is
That's my
wrong with you,
favorite
JP?
Halloween.
It's your favorite sequel now. Come on,
My
over Halloween 2?
in the Halloween franchise. Yeah, absolutely. I don't
Oh,
like Halloween
oh,
2. You know me with movies in hospitals.
God,
I can't
fucking.
stand
You don't
movies
like
that.
Halloween 2? God
No,
damn.
I did not say that. I said I don't like it that much because it's set in a hospital. I hate movies set in hospitals. I have a lot of nostalgia for it though, and I watched it a ton growing up. But it went down significantly, yes, as I got
I
older.
think the hospital makes it cooler, man. I mean,
I
it
don't
ain't
like it.
my favorite. I like 4.
I
That's
love
my
4. I love 4. 4 is my
only
favorite
thing.
sequel with
Only
Michael
thing.
Myers.
Only thing bad I can say about 4 is that dollar store mask. Other than that, great
I know,
movie.
right? It's so bad. I don't like, and that one shot when it's fucking pink or whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I hate how on the box art, back in the day and stuff, the famous cover for Halloween 4, it has the same mask as the original, and it tricked you back in the day of thinking like, oh, that's how he looks in this, and then you put it on and you get that completely different mask. But that is my favorite sequel in the Halloween franchise with Michael Myers. So it's 1, 3, 4, and then 6, and
Hmm.
then 2, and then 2. Then Halloween or Rob Zombie's H2. Then the rest are just whatever. The
What the
rest are like
fuck? You like
whatever.
H2? Oh
I
my
love it.
god.
Absolutely.
Oh
Love
my
H2.
god.
There's a
I think
lot of H2 love
that might be the
going
second
around.
worst one in my opinion.
Nah, it's not that bad.
Behind
It's very different, but
H3.
with the last trilogy that we got, like I've been
No, it's
seeing
worse than the
people.
last
I've
trilogy.
been seeing people begging for white horses and shit after the last 3 movies.
I'll
I've
take
seen a
Corey
lot
all
of people.
fucking day over that fucking Halloween 2. That Halloween 2, the fucking
I
hobo. It's
didn't.
not even a Halloween movie.
I didn't pay to. Yes, and these Halloween Ends. I didn't pay
I
to
need
see
I need I need to
Michael's
rewatch it.
chilling in a sewer with some new guy going and say, "Teach me how to do this shit," and then get Michael for 10 minutes in
Don't
the
you
end.
see the genius of that though? It made it didn't work, but they were trying to create a new character inside a already established universe. They were trying to like a monster thing. It's like, all right, we're gonna let Michael
Oh
Myers
yeah,
die, but this is the
I
new
get.
guy, and
I
people
get what
wouldn't
they were
go with it.
doing. That absolutely because
No,
it
but a
was
lot of people
terrible.
don't get that.
It's terrible. That's why I didn't go with it. But of
I
course,
think
I'm
I
having
think
fun
it could have
with it. If
worked
you
out,
like
man.
it, that's cool.
You
They
got you
could
got
have. I
out
mean, if
you
they
got Allison.
executed it better.
She
I
leaves
like
town,
Allison's character actually
so
in the
she would
first
have had an. She was
version. I like.
insufferable in the last movie, but
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, she leaves
I
town,
like
so
her in
you're not going to
2018.
be in Haddonfield no more. You got a new monster for Corey. I seen what they were trying to do. I
Yeah,
think people should have just let it breathe a little bit.
I think that franchise should just be shelved for the next 20 years and don't touch anything Halloween related. But then we got a Halloween series coming soon, right? Like next
Well,
year, something like that. There's some franchises that just need a break or just shouldn't go
Well,
on anymore. There's a lot of them that do.
I don't know. That's just put it this way: you always have your originals. You'll never take away your
No, yeah,
originals.
absolutely, and
But
that's something I always say. You can remake whatever you want and stuff. It's never going to take away
I
that
mean, look at
original
it.
art, but
It hasn't.
it does taint the overall brand,
I
though.
mean, it hasn't been done as many times as Halloween, but it was amazing.
Oh, the
And
remakes of it, yeah, it
yeah,
was great. I love Chapter
um,
1 and 2. It's my favorite novel.
and I like the Texas Chainsaw '03 remake.
I
I
love it.
I don't know.
Love it.
I
It's
like
I
I think
love it.
they should do it. It's just they should have a standard. You should really try to swing high when you do it,
Yeah,
but don't do it just to do it.
absolutely. Oh,
Um,
3 is a perfect example of that. I think that's one of the best remakes of the 2000s to now is Texas Chainsaw 3. It's my favorite slasher remake out of the major slasher franchises. Texas Chainsaw
might be my
3 by
second.
a huge margin. Then we have your second, yeah. And then we'll have Halloween by Rob Zombie, like a
I got that.
considerable amount down. Then it would be the
I got
Friday
that switch.
remake.
I got
Oh, yeah,
Halloween
you got to
and
switch.
then Texas.
Okay,
I love
I can see
Rob
that.
Zombie's first one.
I like Rob Zombie's first too. I like his
Actually,
two.
look, I'm about to get the chat mad. My favorite Halloween is Rob Zombie's first one. That's my favorite Halloween.
Interesting.
I know.
Very
And Halloween 4 is my second favorite. So then I would go with H2O. So those are my top three. I don't have the original. I don't think it's as good as people make it. I just think it became this myth. It done a lot for horror, and I feel that plays in a lot of people's hearts. And because I think two is a better movie than one, but
yeah.
it's all opinion, right? So
Absolutely. And I agree with Ginger's opinion right here about the worst in each franchise for these three Michael, Resurrection, Jason, Manhattan, and Freddy Remake. Yeah, I would
fuck
say
you,
so. No,
man.
I would agree with
I
that.
like Jason Manhattan.
Yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for Manhattan too, but I would say it's probably my least favorite in the franchise
It's my
overall.
favorite. I like
Yeah,
Jason Batshit. I mean,
yeah,
I see
yeah.
what
You
you
like
guys be
Jason just
saying.
all out there,
I
right?
just like him unstoppable, man. I just like
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
mean, he really is in Manhattan when he did that boxing kill.
Motherfucker
The
got
guy's going up on him,
he's
one freaking
teleporting.
swing.
The fuck? How
Yeah,
is
I
he at
know.
the car door? He's at the car
Yeah,
door window, and then all of a sudden he's down the alleyway. It's like, what the
and
fuck?
he's on the boat, and then next second he's up a ladder and shit ahead of the
Yeah,
character and stuff. Get out of here.
that shit is great. That
That's
shit's great. I
I
just
love
like
how they
Jason.
utilize that into the. No, it is. I like how they
That
utilize it into the
intro
game.
though, JT, as a music fan, that intro is everything. I love that intro.
Oh
That
yeah,
darkest
yeah.
night of the night.
There's definitely some great stuff in all of the entries in the Friday universe. But
Yeah.
that's just my least favorite. So all right, yeah, let's everyone ready to start doing this shit.
Yeah.
After May's announcement that Halloween Resurrection watch party at Ginger's, let the dangertainment begin. That's right.
Is that a real thing?
Get
Is
that.
that what you doing that,
Nah,
Ginger?
nah, you're not that. But they probably will say something sarcastic back to dispel the rumors. If not, we're gonna keep promoting it as if it's something real, and it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Just like you
You'll have a
promoted
bunch of
this
people
being my
show up.
favorite Freddy.
I don't know. Oh, come on. You don't have to
That's
lie.
that
It's a
that
good
feels
place here. We all
it,
love you. You can
it
admit it.
feels
It's your
dirty
favorite.
you saying that on me, man. I'm a proud about my bullshit. I know
It's
it's
fun.
not it's a super hot take, but Freddy's dead, people. That's my favorite Freddy. It's
Yeah.
nostalgia, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
and
the
that could
goofy
be a
shit.
huge thing, man. Because
Now,
I
if you
mean, they
ask
hit
me
you.
unbiasedly, I'm not going to tell you it's the best movie, but it's my
Of
favorite. The
course.
best movie is Dream Warriors to me.
Yeah. I would actually say Dream Warriors probably is the best
Made.
movie out of all of them, even as well as the most highly regarded among fans. I hear more people actually that praise that movie than the original nowadays.
I
As
agree.
odd as that seems, like I hear that is a lot more people's favorite than the original Nightmare.
I agree. It has that
And
balance. It has
yeah,
that perfect balance. He's
absolutely.
not too campy. They bring in the like mystical element with the superhero shit. It really was ahead of its time. Like people forget this superhero shit wasn't big back then.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
It
really cool.
tapped into like some of the Dungeons and Dragons stuff back
Dude, he
then.
killed Harry Potter, man. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah. That's what
Shit's
I'm a
stupid.
wizard. That's his wizard power, right? The
He
kid in the
said,
dream.
"Sorry, kid. I don't believe in fairy tales." That shit is
Yeah.
that's a great line.
Yeah, that's when he started with his one-liners. Hey, what's up, Ben? How you doing, man? And all right, cool. Let's start this movie. Let's do a 3, 2, 1, go, and
Okay.
we will do it up. We talked Freddy Universe, and I will dive into this movie specifically. 3, 2, 1, go. Because yeah, May, I saw your goddamn message.
Excuse me.
Bob Shea, the head of New Line and founder of New Line, has a cameo in this movie as I think the bartender when
He's in the
he goes to
first
a
one
bar
too,
later.
right? He's a teacher, right? In the first one.
I know Lynn Shea, his sister, is the
She
teacher in
definitely is.
Heather
He's a teacher
Langenkamp
in
thing.
one of
Is he?
these. Like a small, like they just pan to him for a second. Maybe it's 4. I don't know. It's one of them.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, it's probably one of them. I'm not sure which one. It could be this one. He could be a teacher. I'm thinking bartender though. When they go to that bar later,
Yeah,
I'm not
he went from a teacher to a bartender. It's crazy work.
sure. Yeah, special appearances by Clue Gallagher and
Gore, I
Hope
wish you
Lang.
could stay, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, Gore, man. Have a good night, man. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
We should have started the movie, Ben. We be half
Yeah.
an hour in. I've been eating my popcorn. I'm sorry. Is it loud?
Yeah, we just started it, so everyone is good.
I'll mute
Jesse
chat
looks
if
so.
y'all can hear me. I didn't mean to do that. Eating popcorn out here.
Jesse, he looks so sweaty and nervous and shit, like right off the bat in this scene. Yeah.
Hmm. Let me ask you this. So looking at this
Yeah.
movie now, you know his real preference in real life. You know all the stories have been confirmed. Do you think you would have felt better about this movie if they never told us anything?
Um,
Do you think it took away something like the element of mystery now that we
a
know
little,
everything?
yeah, a little bit. I feel like that happened more and more and more as the series went on, for sure. Like when they
Hmm.
started going into his mother, then you see what is it in 5? What is it 4 or 5? When you see like her story in the
I mean,
monastery and
we
all the
got her in 3 and
maniacs,
then
raped by
5.
1,000
Yeah. Oh yeah,
maniacs.
and 6, the Thousand Maniacs. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's a cool idea though. That like that one particular, like just the son of 1,000 maniacs, like that. That's cool. But yeah,
the
I feel like
chanting
it
was really
loses
cool too.
some mystery.
I mean, not so much when I asked you that, I wasn't mainly mean the whole mythos of the whole character. I mean, just this movie in general, like Jesse and with the story that they were trying to tell. Do you feel that now that we know everything?
Mm.
Can you imagine right now if they never confirmed a lot of this? We would really still be. We would take a lot of different liberties with it and say, well, it's this, and then it would be
Yeah.
debated. It was
Oh
this and
yeah,
that.
because this movie's totally different. Yeah, this movie's completely incompatible, I would say, in a lot of ways with the rest of the
Mhm.
franchise. Because this one is
I,
absolutely the black sheep, odd one out of this whole series,
mhm. I consider this a Elseworld
story
movie.
wise and everything.
I always tell
Yeah,
people if you
that's
don't like
that's
this
a good way.
movie, just watch it as an Elseworld movie. You can look at it either as a movie uh after one or just a movie by itself. Just pretend there's no this is the first one or pretend this is just the second one and that's it. But either if you just look at it like
Yeah.
that, it is a really good movie. It's just people try to match it
Oh
up
yeah.
with the rest of them and it doesn't sink in with the rest of them because the rules are different. Like a lot of his rules are different here.
Yeah, and he just full on comes out of a dream world. He's in reality
Yeah.
at some point. Like, unless you just look at it on all different levels, that it's all a nightmare, or that scenes are
Yeah.
nightmares and
It's like
stuff. I mean,
that's what I said. Just look at it as a
yeah,
standalone almost.
yeah, basically, yeah. You can look at this as just its own story. You don't. I wouldn't even. I don't know if I could say you can't. You don't have to watch the original if you've never seen it, and watch this movie.
You
I
don't
think you might
have
be able
to,
to.
but I think it's good if you do and you look at it as just a part 2 to that and the franchise ends after that. Or you could still
Yeah.
watch it as like there was a girl that used to live in this house and now he lives there. It's just It feels
That's where I
look
was. Yeah, that's where I was going with, like, just because of that scene in his room when they find had
the diary.
Nancy's diary, and
Yeah.
then that's all you would need. Like, if you didn't see the original and you just happened upon this movie, that's all you need. Really, the backstory is right there. It's what the exposition read out of her diary to fill you in on the beginning, and then the rest is its own story here.
What's going on, Mr. Scott?
Hey,
Um,
what's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy? You too, Katie. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great night. Freddy's
thank you,
Origin
Katie,
of
for
Evil.
stopping in. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, have a great night. Ginger
And
said
Katie,
Freddy's.
remember.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Katie,
she
remember.
before she leaves. Go
Every
ahead.
town has an M Street.
That's right. There's actually an Elm Street in my town.
Yo, there's a couple in my town.
There's one in my town. There's one in the nearby town. There's one in a town right near that too. Like, there's literally like 4 Elm Streets within 15 minutes of my house. I love this whole bus scene, and when he gets on the bus here and he's just slowly with his finger knives, and they're scraping against the seats, they're scraping up against the ceiling of the bus, roof of the bus. That's so cool.
Yeah, I bet you Katie doesn't even know that that's a M Street line.
Ah,
Bet you,
yeah. Could be, I
bet
don't
you.
know.
Yeah, this scene right here is really scary. Like when he just cuts through, and then you could just chop to her chopping the food. but
Yeah, I like that little transition.
but boy, like it's I could tell you, like, it takes me back to being younger, man, and I'm watching this and just singing like, damn, this movie is fucking dark. Freddy was really dark at one time.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, and just the way he's filmed, the makeup's the dark makes him look so friggin' evil and dark. His voice and the sound design, and then the way they've recorded his voice and the way he talked in this sounds dark and evil, and everything about it, and the way they shot him too. A lot of shadows on him, just like the original, but in a different way. Like very similar, but with a little nuance difference.
May said 2 houses from her is in Elm Street.
Yeah, it's an Elm Street. Don't go
One of my
hang out
best
over
friends'
there, man.
house is on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah, tell him to get out of there while he still can, yo. Freddy's
Yeah,
coming.
I think he is moving too. That's what's
Oh, all
funny
right,
though.
good. You good. See, everything works out.
That shit's crazy. Awful.
Yeah, there's a Clue Gallagher right there. You see now, you see like in his face, like the bartender.
All right.
He's so friggin' he's not young, but he's so young here compared to the Feast
I
movies.
always thought he was funny, man. I always liked his character.
Yeah, yeah.
When
I think his whole family here is great. Jesse's family.
Oh man, yeah, they're not like I don't know, man. Is even though they're better actors in the original, they're just like the dad is what the dad is. John Saxon is what he
Yeah,
is. The mom is a fucking drunk. Like this
yeah.
family is
Full
like
on.
very likable.
Yeah, they seem like they're very close. They seem very stern, like the
Mhm.
parents with Jesse especially. But
I can't take his dad serious. When he's
yeah,
getting ready to whoop
yeah.
his ass, he's like, "Come back here, Jesse." He
uh,
said, you know what he did? He put a damn firecracker. I'm like, this shit's funny. His dad is funny to me. I don't know. I like his dad.
I love how his car is called the Deadly Dinosaur. That's what his car is nicknamed. I love that.
For people that don't know, his dad, if you've seen this movie, he is a very much a throwback. There is a lot of those were our grandpas, but those dads do exist. Trust me.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also, we'll take a minute just to. I was supposed to do a watch of this a few months ago when Mark Patton, the actor who plays Jesse here, the main character, he's been going through a lot of health issues the last few
Mhm.
years. He hasn't been doing well, and he had a GoFundMe going around and stuff. And then before I did that stream, like read terms and stuff for YouTube, and you're not supposed to share any link that goes to any type of thing where people can donate money or anything. So I didn't end up doing the stream, but there is a thing out there for Mark. So if anyone does love him, love this movie, and wants to help out in any way, just seek it out and help out Mark, because he's been going through a lot the last few years.
Shout out to Mark, man. We appreciate Mark.
Yeah, Yeah,
Definitely
no,
seems like a good guy.
Mark Patton. Oh, he's a great guy. He seems. I always wanted to get him on and talk with him, but I know how sick he is.
Hmm. What
But
about the
yeah,
guy Grady? You ever see him anymore? That plays Grady?
I don't. I haven't seen him in many other things except for this movie.
Hmm.
I think I saw him maybe one other film, maybe another film he was in, but I can't remember what. He's a good looking guy, has one of those familiar faces. So maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't a few other things. I don't remember.
Well, May, you want to watch you want to start watch the first one with us one day? We could do
Oh
that.
yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah. That's I haven't watched the original Nightmare, and yeah, like I was saying backstage with you, like probably 2 years ago when I covered the whole franchise.
I've seen these movies so much though. It's like I feel
I
like I
know, me
watched them
too.
yesterday.
I know. I've seen all the first six, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare since it came out. I mean, those movies I've seen so many times. Same with the Friday series, same with the Halloween series up till like H2O ish, Resurrection, maybe even.
Hmm.
Those ones all of those ones I've just seen so many times. Especially around because every year they would have on those channels, they would always play those franchises now and then on Friday the
That was so
13th,
cool.
on Halloween. Yeah, and it was just like as a kid, you lived for those Friday the 13th days.
I remember
You
they
lived
did
for the
that
Halloween
maybe
season.
5, 10 years, maybe a couple years before the pandemic. They did that shit, and I watched them all too. Like even though they had commercials and shit, it's terrible, but I watched them all. It was fun.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Hypnosil. Yeah, I mean, if anyone needs to stay awake and not dream, or take your bad dreams away, get a bottle of Hypnosil.
Shit
$9.99.
really sounds real too, like a real drug.
I know, right? It sounds like it would definitely be a name. Like Lunesta is an actual sleep med. I mean, it sounds just as real to me. Hypnosil.
So did you ever hear that the girl that's cast in this movie was mainly cast because she looks like Meryl Streep? That was the main reason
Yeah.
she was cast.
Yep, I did
That
know that, and
yeah.
I love her. I forget that. I always forget the
She really
actress's
does
name.
look like her though. When I
She
didn't notice it,
does.
and when they
She
said that
does.
now, when I see her, I'm like, oh wow, she does look like Meryl Streep.
I think it's her eyes and her nose
Hmm.
add a lot to that. She has like Meryl Streep's nose and a little bit of her eyes.
She's pretty hot though when he's on the floor with her. Though, I'm telling
Oh
you,
yeah, I think I mean I've always loved Lisa in this movie.
Lisa was a real one, man. She was with him through
I
the end,
can't,
man.
I can't, yeah, oh yeah, and then that's another thing. A good thing that I love about this movie, but then also something I don't like about this movie and any movie in this franchise. They can never end the movies. They can never kill Freddy off in a satisfactory way for me. I mean, the first movie is just I take back all the power I give you. Come on. And then this one is the power of love defeats Freddy, which is more acceptable actually for me than the first one.
But
And
that
then the
fits
third
so
one,
much of what the
it
underlying
does.
theme of the LGBT thing. It just fits for this movie
Yeah,
now
yeah,
that we're
yeah,
looking
it
at it.
does.
At the
Right.
time, it was like, what the fuck are they doing? But now
Yeah,
I get it.
I think this one actually ends one of the better endings for the series. But then there's a few other ones in the series. The endings they just never know how to really quite kill Freddy off for that movie
I love
because
you, Lisa.
they knew back then and that they were just gonna have him come back. Probably has a lot to do with it.
Oh, thank God they hadn't come back. We needed that Dream Warrior.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I love Dream Warriors. That's another one I don't think I've ever done a watch along of.
Yo, can you imagine
Hey,
if this
Carrie.
movie came out in this era, man? It would I mean, they would just give it the Michael Myers treatment. They would just act like it doesn't exist. They wouldn't even make it a sequel. They would just
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I mean, they
Hey,
kind of
Carrie.
did do that in a way.
Carrie pops is popping in to say, "Hey, Jesse's cleaning and dance
Carrie,
skills brought him here. Brought her here. Awesome.
Carrie, I
Yeah,
showed
he's
up to
got.
take you to prom. Where were you? It's been a long time.
I know,
Told you we
right?
were going to prom. I don't know
Pig's
what
blood.
happened.
She's afraid of pig's blood.
Hmm. She's not afraid.
No, Carrie is afraid of pig's blood. Going off the
She's
name. I know it's a different
dude,
spelling, but just for
dude,
the
dude.
joke, by the way.
She's on her Macaulay Culkin. She's not afraid anymore. You hear her? She's not afraid anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, his dance skills in this movie are great though, and the way he
Hey,
cleans.
hey,
Wild
Paula.
dancing.
I didn't see Paula in there. Hey, Paula.
Yeah, Paula's here. Been here a bit. How you doing, Paula? Remember, she said I'm just gonna hang out and stuff. I said no, you cannot. I was just joking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the chat then. Hey,
Yeah,
Paula.
that's it.
You got to remember, you're forever, my love. Music people might get that. You get that, JT? You're a music person.
What did you say? I was looking at the
You
chat.
got to remember, you're forever, my love. What song is that? Or what artist is that?
Well, let me see. You got it. I know I'm not good with like remembering lyrics. Like, off
That's
the bat.
Paula Abdul.
Oh, well, that's also why I don't listen to that
Yeah,
music. What type
but
of music?
it was a big new song. Like certain songs you
I know,
can't
but
sing.
I wouldn't be able to just tell from the
It's
lyrics
one of them
because
songs when you're in the
as
fucking stores, it's gonna come on.
was it Black Eyed Peas or some shit? Or
No,
no, that's
Paula Abdul.
Fergie. That was
Yeah,
Fergie that's in that. That's
yeah.
why I don't
Paula
like that.
Abdul
I don't
was
like pop music.
what is she? She was on American Idol, but she was a singer before that.
Yeah, I thought she was in a group too, but I don't know. I don't like pop music really.
Paula was hot too. Telling.
Past like pop music like past the '90s, like maybe early 2000s.
Oh man, there's some good 2000 shit in it.
Oh yeah, there is. Pop music wise, I mean, there's a lot of
It
good
just
stuff in the
depends though.
2000s. Music,
Everything is
music
pop
in general.
nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. You're really bringing up Carrie. I had to. I mean, Pig's Blood was brought up. I mean, Prom was, so had to. I never even went to prom. Now I know why. My fate would have been predetermined. Yeah, see, there would have been. Hopefully not, but I mean, you never know. Some dickheads there and has the affinity for movies, and he knows Carrie. I got Pig's Blood. I got a reserve of it.
I, I remember I said I would take her. Who else was I taking to prom? We were all gonna go as a trio. Like I was gonna be the belle of the ball because I was gonna have all the ladies. I was gonna have her, Katie, and Mayanne. I think that was the three I wanted to take to prom.
Oh, okay, that's
I
cool.
was up front with it though. Usually you
Yeah,
only
I mean, it's
I would have been
fun.
the first to come in with 3 dates. I thought that'd have been cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
I mean, I knew a lot of
that's why
people
they
do
left me hanging. Maybe I was too
that.
ambitious. I was too ambitious.
At least you went and you were ambitious. You went for it. That's all that
Hmm.
matters. When she said Mason's wise choice, Carrie, they were all gonna laugh at you, laugh at you, laugh at you.
I mean, y'all can say what y'all want about her mom, but she wasn't wrong. They did all fuck with her and laugh at her. Just saying.
That's too cool for that stuff. I didn't go to my prom. That's because I got like kicked out of my like high school in senior year, and like 2 months ago, I got my diploma and shit. I just couldn't go to a prom. Was a condition of it.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, I went to Catholic high school for just for
Hmm.
high school. I didn't go to Catholic school up until high school, and defiant, stupid teenager.
Did you get beat with rulers?
Nah, that
You
was
wasn't in that era.
that wasn't like I
Corporal
was.
punishment,
I'm younger than when that was still a thing going on.
barely.
Because if it was some one of them ever fucking laid a hand, I would have knocked them in the face if it was a priest. That sounds terrible. I mean, like not a nun, but
Yo,
if it was one
you
of the
got that.
brothers or
All
something like
right.
that,
I didn't say
absolutely.
it.
Fuck
You
out
ain't
of
gonna have it.
here.
You ain't gonna
Yeah,
have the church taking my videos down.
yeah.
You
That's
got it.
fine. That's why I say whatever comes to mind. Yeah, I would have.
Too cool for
No, you
school.
don't fucking put your hand on a kid. As a kid, as a teenager, I would have fucking
You're
knocked
not
that
telling
brother
the
in the
full
face.
truth. You're not telling the full truth. You were 20 still in the school. We know. No, I'm joking.
Actually, was I took 2 years advanced math and science for most of high school. I was always good at math and science.
Oh,
History and
you show.
English, I never cared for those two classes.
Yeah, I like history and English. Those was my strong suit. But
Yeah,
math, I
yeah,
hated
those
math.
those are. Yeah, I know a lot of people do. Like I loved algebra and all that shit because I like solving puzzles and stuff, and that's kind of like what it all is. Here goes the
Man,
dance sequence.
yes, the classicness.
I
I love
just
the
love
song.
this. The shade, yeah, the song, the shades he pops on. He starts friggin' trying to
How do you
unpack.
how do you like that, Dad? Yo, this song is
that,
a banger. I listen
that
to the
had
song all the
to,
time.
yeah, it's
hmm
good. And the butt,
I've had people come up to
his
me when I
ass
play this,
bumping the drawing. That's just classic.
and they're like, "Is this from Nightmare on Elm Street?" Like, I've had people ask me, and I'm like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah. All night long.
Yeah, man. But he giving that stick a workout though.
Oh yeah, he's going all in on it, and then just his whole reaction there when Lisa walks in with the mom, he's just like, takes the glasses
Then
off, takes the
he
hat
takes that
off.
huge jump. He jumps like it's like, yo, you've been seen.
Yeah, yeah.
You know she liked him, bro. She didn't even care. It was like it
Oh
never
yeah,
happened.
no, she's like so doe-eyed over him. I think it's adorable in this movie.
Yeah, I feel like Grady, bro. Like, you got this girl when you're in here trying to sleep with me. Just saying.
Yeah. That's a great line. That's funny.
It was deeper than
Naughty,
we thought.
naughty. Yeah. It wasn't like that, but yeah. Uh, English was my shiz, as she misspelled shit. I'm kidding with you. Who else
Lisa
we
is
got
one of my
here? I want to
fave
make sure I'm not
girls
missing.
in the
Oh,
franchise.
okay.
She was down as fuck.
Who's gonna
Oh man,
recreate the dance scene?
Lisa is
Cal,
definitely like the
Cal, you
one.
gonna recreate the dance scene?
I might.
That's what
I fucking
Ben
might.
wants to know. Who's gonna recreate it? I'm not for sure as shit. My back's been
I
hurting while I
I
do this.
fucking will do it.
There we go. We're gonna have Cal do it.
I'll do the fucking kid and play to that dance thing. I'm just telling you.
There you go. I want to see it now.
I love that
I
song.
want it. I want the video. We demand it.
Yeah.
The people have spoken.
No, they don't want that thing.
All right. How many of you want a video of Cal recreating the dance scene?
No.
Flood the chat with comments.
You know me, man.
I know you do it too, and you kill it too.
I was just reading what Carrie was saying. Carrie will do it though.
Oh yeah, well she's done those types of
Carrie will
dares before the
she'll get it
dances
hot and steamy,
dares.
man. She'll have to wipe
Yeah.
her glasses off. It'll get so steamy.
You have this song. See, Carrie has this song on one of her playlists.
No, Gator. I won't do it.
And see, yeah, Ben.
I do it in private. I do it all
You
the time
just
in
like
private.
I do it every. It's only on Monday night. So what's tonight? Oh, okay, good. It's past midnight. It's Tuesday. Good. Phew, that's close. Lisa's one of my favorite girls in the franchise. She was a down girlfriend willing to fight Freddy. Yeah, I love Lisa so much. She's such a great
Yeah.
character, and just
I
how
never thought
adorable
about
she is, and just how much she loves Jesse and cares about this guy, and like you said, fights for him, and just she goes way just above and beyond. You would think someone would go, especially with how weird he's acting through so much of this movie. Like he's coming across as a maniac, like he's crazy and losing his mind. She's a fucking
Hormones
rock.
is power. Hormones are powerful,
Yeah,
bro. She didn't give a
exactly.
fuck. She didn't
Yeah.
care, bro. She was ready.
She's just a rock through this, man. I love that when he wakes up and it's melted, the hat around his lamp
Yeah,
turns the
yeah.
light on. That's cool.
I love how Will Smith like took a lot of this and made a song out of it. This whole one. You got the body, I got the brain. Like, you ever hear that song?
No, you got to send me that.
Oh my God, he got sued over that song. He made a Nightmare on Elm Street
Oh,
song.
did
It's
he?
great.
I
Yeah,
never heard that. Yeah, you got to
he even
send me
did a
that.
video to it. They finally posted it on YouTube, but yeah, it's basically all of this movie. And Freddy's trying to take
Okay.
over his
Oh, yeah.
body. He's like,
Oh,
he
I got
said,
to
what he
check that
said,
out.
Freddy, this team won't work. The girls won't be on you. Your face is all burnt. And then Freddy slashes him and shit. Oh man.
That's funny. All of
Yeah.
that is
Oh man, it's great because at
all
the
the
end he
melt.
kills Jazzy Jeff. He sucks him into the bed. He call
Oh, yeah.
Will Smith calls him up. He says, Jazzy, whatever you do, don't fall
Oh,
asleep.
yeah.
And he says, man, if you don't get the hell out of here, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And then Freddie, you can hear Freddie killing him in the background. He's like,
That's
I'm your
funny.
DJ now,
I
Princey.
can't believe I never saw that. I got to
Oh
check
my
that out.
God. I can't believe it either. I listen to it all the
Yeah.
time. It's my favorite Will Smith song.
Everyone's starting to throw money in on you doing it.
See, Ben knows Nightmare on My Street.
$5 on it.
It's amazing. I listen to it all the time, Ben.
May saying, "Do the dance, Cal." The dance video. Now Carrie's laughing at you because now they're all begging, telling you to do it. May's borrowing 10 from Ben to put on you doing the video. I'm gonna just start throwing ones. Tasha says. That's funny.
Oh shit, y'all calling me a stripper, huh? Let's see what's happening here.
Throw some
You got some singles.
Or if you're generous, just throw 10s in the air and pretend that there's no zeros at the end.
That's okay, y'all, because everybody in the chat, breaking news. I want to let you in on a secret. You're all my children now.
Indeed. What a good way to quote. Excellent. Best Nightmare on Elm Street film, and your favorite, as I recall you saying.
Boy, you just pushing that best shit, man. It don't have a power glove.
I didn't say best. Glove. I said favorite, actually, even just now.
Mm-hmm.
It is a favorite of yours, I remember.
Yeah, this is the best Freddy Krueger when Freddy he's throwing a temper tantrum, breaking dishes and shit. Like, Freddy doesn't even slash her; he bites her ankle.
Like, that is true. Christ. That is true. I like that whole like a scene ago when he was waking after the he woke up and you see the things melting, the record melting and stuff. That's like right out of Salvador Dali artwork, and Jack said that was the goal there for all the melting stuff was to mimic Dali's artwork and paintings.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love that scene.
Have you ever been there though? Been at wake up so hot it feels like that?
Oh yeah. And you look like how he does. You just wake up in a fucking sweat, like what the hell?
We waiting, Carrie.
Nightmare on My Street is amazing, Ben says. That's funny.
I think you're behind on the comments, brother.
Yeah, I've been far. Yeah. No, not too far. 3, 4 after.
What do you mean, Freddy versus Jason is a masterpiece? It is, Carrie. Tell them. Now, when it came out, I was extremely disappointed. Other than the fight, I love the fight, but I was extremely disappointed. And it could have been better.
Carrie's going to do it now. Actually, she's saying. She said, "I have to do this now." Yeah, I love she better.
I think she's I see it now. She wants to just pass the mic, and everybody does it. Everybody in the community does the dance.
Yeah, there you go. Paula loves the song too.
May's gonna do it. She's gonna back that. She's gonna back that thing up. I know. This is where you belong.
Yeah, their fight there, right? And then they have to. Now they gotta stay. They have to stay doing push-ups and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I like their friendship in this. I mean, even Grady and
have you ever had a friendship like that?
Well, with Grady,
where like you fought a guy in school or something, and then all of a sudden you guys end up being friends one day.
Actually, yeah. Someone I've never really gotten in many fights in my life. I took karate from like age 6 to like age 15.
Yeah, I took karate. He said they know better.
yeah. Well, just to avoid it, just because, and that's the main thing they teach you in taking any martial arts is use it for defense.
Never forget.
Try to diffuse any situation if you can. But there's been a few times I have to use it. But I haven't gotten many fights. But one guy in middle school was being a prick and picking on me and shit. So I just belted him in the face and then put him in an arm lock. And then after that, we actually became pretty close for a few years into high school. Then I went to the Catholic high school. He went to the public school. I saw him a little bit, and then we kind of drifted apart. But yeah, actually,
that was a time where you respected an ass whooping. So like, you know what I mean? Like now people want to like they want to come back for you. But back in the day,
yeah, exactly. It's totally different. Yeah. Like there was class at least back then, you know. Like you get a fight, you get it, whoever wins, whatever. It's a little respect there. Sometimes you form a friendship, and it's whatever. It's just fight. It's over.
You beat them up until they're your friend. You know, I did it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no coming back with a gun the next day. You know, like fuck you for dissing me. Like it's such a different world. I mean, it still happened rarely back then. You know, just. But it's so much more of a thing to be nervous of nowadays for the younger generation, I would say.
Carrie Dreamchild is okay too. You don't have to front. It's okay. JT's
Don't
not going to
put
tell you that.
don't put
But
words in her mouth or anything like that. I would
she
never
likes
do that
Freddie
to
Mercury.
anybody. I would never do that to anyone. Don't say that.
Alice is Alice is. I don't know. For a while, she was my favorite dream girl. For a while, I think I'm back on Nancy though. I
Yeah,
think I'm back to Nancy.
you're back on Nancy. All
Nancy
right.
was Nancy was the
Nancy,
girl,
Nancy
man.
is one of the best final girls for sure.
Hmm. She was cute in the first movie for sure. Yeah, I like Nancy.
Do y'all have the 4K set? Well, I don't collect physical media, but you have it, Cal?
No, I really wanted it, but it was sold out before it even released. A lot of my friends got
Oh,
it.
oh wow, really? Damn.
Yeah,
I can
people were
see it.
pissed. People are still pissed. Like I see every video they
Yeah.
make, the people that do physical media, they're still complaining about it.
Wow. I read that May as I got a thong. No, but it's just because my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. I got a thang. No. Um, oh, it's a fun movie. I have the T-shirt and I wear it proudly. Freddy vs. Jason.
You're a
Yeah, it,
pacifier.
it
That's
is a
crazy.
fun movie.
She's a pacifier, not a pacifist. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I was reading that. I'm a pacifier. I don't do violence. I misspelled pacifist on purpose because I thought it'd be funny.
I don't do violence either. That's why I don't like you guys
Yeah,
talking about my favorite Freddy Krueger movie.
yeah.
But it,
We're told we have a whole stream we're doing right now.
I mean, I can invoke some violence. All I gotta do is say, I like
We're
the
doing
remake, and people violence will happen.
we're doing a whole stream on your favorite right now. I mean, we're not
Okay.
hating on it.
You gotta admit though, you say you like the remake, violence will happen.
No, I don't like the remake. There's two good things in the remake. The scene in the supermarket when the Everly brothers all have to do is dream plays, and then she's
I don't
like
even
in a
remember that.
dream and getting chased, and then the end credits when the Everly brothers all I want to do is dream plays over the credits of the song as it ends.
Actually, I think the intro is
Those are the two
phenomenal.
good things.
I
I
think the
honestly
intro is
don't remember the
phenomenal.
intro. I don't remember
So
it
he's
honestly.
in a
It's been a
diner
while.
and like he has a knife to his throat, and people that are around this kid thinks he's just suicidal, but it's really Freddy Krueger with his blade
Oh,
to his
okay,
throat.
that sounds familiar.
That
Yeah,
shit was amazing, and I thought that movie was gonna be
I'd
so
have
good,
to
but
re.
that was the only
Well,
part. The rest of it
I
was
was
shit.
gonna. I was gonna say I'd have to rewatch it, but then I said I'm not rewatching it just for that scene.
You
Maybe I
watch
throw
that
the
scene
scene
though.
on just to check it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You go on
And then
YouTube,
look,
like an
after he
intro scene.
splashes, then that music kicks in. It's the only time the music plays in the whole movie though. But
Yeah,
it was
is it
incredible though.
the only time the main theme, like the
Yep.
iconic theme?
Because you know how that music right shit go. They probably only was allowed to use it once and shit.
Yeah, yeah, they probably were, and probably had like a stipulation only use it in the beginning of the movie. That's it.
Hmm.
Just like
Yeah,
established. All right, this is
it's
Nightmare on
like
Elm
the
Street.
cursing
Here's the
shit. Like you're
score.
only allowed 2 curses in
Yeah,
a movie and shit. Yeah, there's
yeah,
little loopholes. They're allowed to use it once.
yeah. It's like when Zack and Slater fought over Kelly, but then Slater was the best man at their wedding. Exactly.
So
You never
so
know what's
chat
gonna happen.
put in your favorite Freddy final girl. Who is your ultimate favorite? I think I do like
Yeah.
Lisa. Lisa was so down, but I don't know if you can get better than Nancy. I went through my Alice though. I think Alice. I think when I seen like on a personal note, I know you shouldn't mix personal things with this, but when I seen Alice making fun of Monica McKeenan um
Yeah.
at one of those cons or something because she was high, I just thought it was sad. But the way she made
Yeah.
fun of her, I don't know, it kind of turned me off. So I think I jumped back on Nancy after that.
I like
Who look?
I like her from Freddy vs. Jason.
Hmm. She was
What's
cool.
her name again? Monica Keena?
Yeah, Monica McKeenan.
Yeah. She was in
She
a
was
few
really
things
good
then.
in
Wasn't she
Snow
also in
White.
another remake? Which
I
one?
don't know. Snow White was a really good movie with
Oh, okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't think of the other movie I'm thinking of though that she was in. I think it was another slasher remake in
Might have been
the
Night of the Demons,
2000s.
maybe.
Yeah, you might be right. It's not a slasher. Yeah, you might be right. It might be Night of the Demons,
I've never seen those,
which I was
so I don't
never
know.
a fan. I was never a fan of the original Night of the Demons. I know that's a favorite for a lot of people. Nothing
Haven't
against
seen it.
it. It's fun. I just like never watched it often. It's good. You should watch the original. The remake. I don't remember at all. I don't know if it's. I'm imagining just based on every other type of remake like that in the 2000s. Most of them, I'm sure it's not that great, But you never know. I mean, there are a few little small sized list of remakes in the 2000s and slasher remakes that were pretty decent.
Carrie, everything you
Not
said
many
is why I
though.
picked Alice for a very long time, and I still love Alice. Fucking A. I love Alice, but and then when she goes off on her dad, you taking all your shit out on me. I love her relationship with her brother. Like I love Alice, but the older I get, man, Nancy is just
Alice
Nancy,
is
man.
great. Yeah, yeah. I
And
mean, I think
I feel
Nancy
like
one of the
I feel for
greatest slasher
Nancy the
films ever.
way Scream fans love Sydney. I love Nancy. You know what I'm saying? Like I get why they love
Yeah,
Sydney. Like
I don't.
that's how I love Nancy. Well, one thing you don't have to like Scream to really realize that
Oh no,
Sydney
I
don't
know
take no
why.
shit.
Of
She don't take no
course,
shit,
and
and
she's a
it's nice.
and
It's nice to see a
Sydney,
friend of her like that.
not Sydney, the actress, Neff Campbell. She's
Hmm.
a good actress. She's not a great actress in my
She's
opinion, but
cool.
she's good and she can carry movies, and that's basically all you need for those films.
She's never been full of shit though. Like she
Yeah,
just always fought back, and I like that, man. You always got the helpless girls who somehow overcame. Sydney always goes at this shit like full fledged, and so I always respected that about Sydney. So I get why people love her. I definitely take her over Lori over Jamie Lee Curtis though. I do. Jamie Lee
interesting.
Curtis is great. She was iconic, but over time it's like Sydney
I
might
mean,
get her.
as a as just like Jamie Lee Curtis in general as a scream queen, I'm not as high on her as most people are. Just Halloween. Then I was never a big Terror Train fan, and I was never a
I
big
still
Prom
haven't
Night
watched
fan.
that. Prom Night is overrated. Yeah.
It really is. I really feel that way too. I like Hello Mary
Two.
Lou, Prom Night too.
Two is
That's where
really
it's at.
good.
That's where it's
Yeah.
at. 100%.
Yeah.
That's the one there out
And
of
even
all the
though
Prom.
the other two are bad movies, they're still like fun to watch. Whereas the first
Yeah,
one, I just
I don't remember the last two, but they are fun and they're very cheesy and
two is like
cheeky and
I
just
mean, three is like a comedy, like full fledged comedy. They were trying to do something different. I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to do like a Fright Night, but a little bit more comedic type thing.
yeah.
And then four is like a supernatural slasher. It's like a priest going around killing people, which is I mean, as it from a slasher point, it's a cool it's you should watch it if you're a fan of slashers. I'm not going to sit there and say it's great, but it's
Yeah.
definitely worth if you're a fan of slashers, it's definitely worth a watch. But
This
I
is
find fun in those than I do the original.
I like the effects here with the ropes around
Yeah.
him and how everything's flying around the office and now it's pulling him. And then it hangs him up in a sack and he's bare ass and starts towel whacking him, whacking him with the towel.
You know, as we're watching this, man, I don't remember this movie moving that fast. When I was younger, this movie seemed like it was longer. It just goes so fast now.
Yeah, right. It is a very well paced film. That's
Hmm.
one thing I do like about it too. For especially like for other movies, like later sequels in the franchise, I feel like this one does move faster. Dream Warriors too. I feel like that's a very extremely well paced movie as well.
Hmm. Um,
4, 5, even 6,
the
as fun as it is, I feel like those ones have a little bit of more downtime, at times.
I think four is pretty good, pretty pace good. I understand what you're saying about five.
Yeah.
Um, but this scene, I feel like the tag in the ass shit they just doing and all that with the towels. I feel like that's a play on locker room shit, and
Oh
like
yeah,
I
absolutely.
still think it's more tie-in into this LBG stuff. I really do. Like I think people don't realize how deep little tidbits of this movie is, like what they were trying to
Yeah.
say.
Yep. And I mean, it took so long for people to not just shit on this film for being the gay nightmare. And
Hmm.
I think it's so stupid that even if you don't agree with that lifestyle or anything like that, just to hate a movie because it has gay undertones is some of the most superficial shit that there is, to not care for something. Like, who cares if there's gay undertones in this movie?
People don't like movies
It
because there's a
adds
gay
to it.
character.
Yeah,
And
exactly. I mean, if that's
it's
your only reason
and no,
for
it's
not
not even the
liking a
main
movie, like,
character.
that's
They don't like the
crazy.
whole movie for one character. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. That's another good point. But it's like, if that's your only criticism you can come up with for not liking a movie, and is, oh, that movie's gay. That's a gay movie. Fuck you. I mean, there's nothing even to debate you about.
I mean, Madam Web was pretty terrible. No, I didn't know what to say. But look, as far as that, it is. But I'm not cutting this any slack. But at least back then there was a different time. Now you see so much of that, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people now? Like you would think that people
Yeah. Oh,
have
absolutely.
matured more, and it's like,
No, just
but they
everyone, the whole human species just going to hell in a hell handbasket real fucking fast.
they don't have much time. I don't think.
No, I'm a realist with anything. Every civilization falls. There's never been one that hasn't. I think this whole human species is done for in the next 5 to 10 years. Just done, like some catastrophic event,
I care more
meteorite.
about the undertones carry now because not because of whether I agree with them or I disagree with them. I just think it's fascinating that the storytelling they were doing with it for that time, and they weren't trying to say what it was, and now
Mm.
you're seeing it in a different light. So I am fascinated with the undertones for some reason now. Now any other movie I really could care less, but it's just because of how this movie was made, and the time it was made. It's fascinating for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It
It's
was a
like
very
watching a new
bold.
movie.
It was a very bold move to take this movie
They gave
the
us a movie
direction
we
that they
saw a
took it.
hundred times. Now we can watch it with a different eye. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
Have a good night, Jen. Have a good sleep and everything. Thank you for hanging out. And Ginger, yeah, Terror Train. It's okay at best. Is the best way to sum it up. Actually, I like the look of the killer in Terror Train. The
And don't
mask.
get me wrong, people. I like
That's all
Jamie Lee.
right.
I want to like Jamie Lee. I do. Like I
Yeah.
just want to like her so much. But she just even that story about her and Danielle Harris and Scott Taylor. I don't know. Just a little much for me.
Yeah,
A little much.
she's known to have, a lot of I don't want to say anger, but
Yeah.
issues that have come out and
Dude,
stories you've heard.
just
She
the
could be a
shit she
bitch.
says
She could
about
be
the
a bitch.
franchise.
Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. She could be a complete bitch, is what I've
I
heard
mean, just how
for
she she
decades.
she approaches the fans of this franchise. Like she just I don't
Yeah,
she's like I don't like horror and blah 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 and I don't watch these. It's just like all right. Even I know there are people who don't get into these roles; they just play them. But just keep
yeah.
that shit to yourself. It's a slap in the face. I just think it is.
It's like, I mean, perfect example, and you're right, 100%. Perfect example is like Snow White, the remake recently. I didn't watch it. I had no desire to, and that shit lost Disney billions because of that stupid actress who kept on going on and talking shit and just doesn't know how to shut her mouth as the young generation dumb as she is, and just so many PR issues they had because of her, and she was just flat out saying that like the original is kind of creepy and like this movie's not like the original is outdated and stuff. You're trying to sell people on the idea of a Snow White remake, a movie that Walt Disney held so dear to him. He said many times before he died, please don't ever touch that property and remake it in any way, shape, and form. And what do those fuckers do? He's dead. He's probably rolling in his fucking grave with what they did to Snow White, and
But
it's
my
crazy.
thing with
Like
Snow White is
for
though
her to
that was
be dissing on the legacy of the movie, and she's in the movie promoting it. She's the star playing Snow White, and yet she's shitting on the original movie and like promos and stuff. It's
I didn't
crazy.
I didn't hear much about it. But the
Oh
thing
yeah,
about what
she.
I will say about is I'm aware of it, but I didn't hear what she was saying. But
Yeah.
the thing about Snow White though, but isn't Snow White a story before Disney though? Like that is a anybody can make a Snow White movie because it's an old tale. It's a Grimm's tale. Grimm's tale.
Yeah, yeah. Just I
So it's
think
really
like
not like
under that.
kids. Like to
I
think
think
nobody's going to
I
remake
don't
that.
know. Is it? Let
Beauty of
me
the
see. Now we
Beast,
got to look up Snow White now.
um,
I got to see
Snow
the history.
White. There's another one. Those are Grimm's tales. So like that's why there's so many versions of them. That's why there's a
Yeah, no,
TV show.
they are Grim Tales. You are right. Yes.
So
Um,
for him to think that is really kind of like unrealistic.
well, more so on that was Disney's first film, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking now, and it's
Mhm.
kind of like what built the company and everything. So he held it very, very dear
Mhm.
because of that.
I've never
Uh,
seen the original Snow White.
really?
No.
It's a beautiful movie. I mean, like just with
Teleterra
the
though.
animation and the color and everything.
Snow White and Teleterra is great though. If you ever watch that movie.
Which one?
And Snow White and Teleterra, the horror movie.
Oh no, I haven't.
Me and Ray Lee's movies did full review on that. What a great movie. I actually think I'll go out and say it. I think it is her best role, Sigourney Weaver, even over Alien. Like she really did some
Okay.
great work with that role. Now it's not the budget of Alien,
I like
but
Weaver a
she
lot.
does a lot. And don't watch the trailer, guys, because the trailer is shit. The movie is really good though. They cut the trailer bad. That's probably why a lot of people haven't seen it.
Yeah. I'm trying. Ben says I'm trying to bring back tidy whities.
You got to get them skids out, Ben.
Yeah, right. I'm so sleepy. May says I'm trying not to fall asleep and dream. Child.
Whatever you do, don't
Yeah, right.
fall
Exactly.
asleep.
That and what Ben just said. Falling asleep during a Freddy movie. R.I.P. Probably not the best idea to fall
Yeah,
asleep during a
that's
Freddy film.
probably how like Randy and Scream be like. There's certain rules you have to like. That's a certain rule. You don't
Yeah,
fall
that would
asleep.
probably be the rule. Yeah. Yeah, that's a Freddy rule.
Jesus,
That's
man,
absolutely a Freddy rule.
man,
It's quite meta though,
man.
Ben.
He's gonna attack your fucking horror corner in your house
Oh,
when you go to
May,
bed.
don't say that's why I'm trying to stay awake. That's what they say in the movies. They say don't stay awake. Don't fall asleep. Try to stay awake harder or
May,
something.
how's your husband doing? Have you started letting him speak yet? I mean, you remember May used to never let him talk, but hope he's doing
That's
well.
funny. Yeah, I hope the whole family's doing well as always,
We know the kids are doing well. They're driving her crazy. You see them?
May. Yeah.
They look like they're having the time of their life all the time.
Yeah, no, I know it's great. I
But
love
man,
seeing
you're
her
gonna adopt me
Instagram
too.
posts and stuff.
You're gonna adopt me. I want to go to these places that you say. I want to ride these rides. I want candy.
Yeah, Leah, let the rest of us know how the dreams are. You ever have
This movie
nightmares of
is
a movie you
really
fall
shot
asleep
well.
watching?
I just
It
like how
really
the movie's
is.
shot. Mm.
This scene right here, like with the wind blowing, like ever so
Mhm.
gently a little bit, and it makes it have that real surreal, dreamlike feel to it.
Just such a detail. Like they don't do that detail anymore. It's just
Yeah,
straight.
yeah, exactly. Like you wouldn't need or see like that gentle detail of the wind blowing their hair, like very, very little. It's such a subtle thing, but it adds
Mhm.
so much to the whole feel of it. And I love when they do. They walk up to the locker here.
Ben, that really happened. We all got sucked. That's why the world is so upside down now. We got sucked into another dimension. Didn't you know?
I can get on board with that theory. I think it happened back in like 2012 when they were fucking with the Hadron Collider and shit. That's when like Mandela effect started being a thing. And started hearing all the Mandela effects.
Yeah, maybe.
You
I
can
get
do it,
deja
man.
vu often.
You can do it. You can do it, man. You stay awake. Get your coffee machine. I don't know even what that was an impression or
ben,
accent of. It wasn't Rob Schneider, but it was just me going off on some shit.
ben said May's husband works 3 jobs so she can watch live streams. Jesus.
Was this a red letter media guys were extras on the
Yo,
Nightmare remake? I said Jackie Earl Haley would talk shit the original Nightmare movies. They said they bet he changes his tune during interviews. Interesting. What were you going to say, Cal?
no, I just what she says. She says my husband is very well, thank you, working so I can live comfortably in my best life and stay home watching horror movies. Carrie agrees, saying
Oh.
sounds like the perfect hubby. Sounds like you have him trained. Like, is he a robot?
Pavlov's
Hold up,
dogs.
hold up. Tell him look at the screen and blink twice if he needs help. I'm joking.
That's cool.
Salute to you, man. Man, I ain't forgot about that little thing we talked about. Now we were supposed to do that. What happened? I'm still waiting.
Yeah, man, we got to do that. We just mentioned that when me and Gore and everyone was on Cal's channel last week. We got to do that Child's Play stream finally.
You didn't get
Go through
off.
that whole
We remember.
franchise.
We remember.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, May.
And that other thing we talked about
She
too.
don't
Now
remember because she's falling asleep right now. That's why.
there's another thing we talked about. Me and her. She knows what it is. I did something. I made all the things
Ah,
for her.
yeah. There's another thing too. Let's
Come
go.
at me. Let's go. Man, we know damn well he was coming. You're gonna throw your husband in front of him and run. We know.
Maybe you
We
actually
know.
were abducted, Ben. I would love the aliens so much and would love them to exist that I would get on my roof and wave a UFO down, and if it came down, I'd say, take me with you all around the galaxy, zipping around for a bit.
Exactly. Yes, man. Exactly. You hit me up. I gotta talk to you. You hit me up. Stop being a stranger. You can call me sometime too. JT called me today. I was like, what the hell? I've never seen this name pop up.
Yeah, I
Feel
didn't
free.
know. I wanted to make sure, like, just in case if
Yeah.
you had something come up or if you fell asleep or something, who knows?
If y'all want to call me, y'all can call me. I'm free. I'm around, especially around now. This is
No
when I'm
doubt.
around.
Good to know.
May is dreaming about typing during the stream. Hmm, maybe Freddy's typing. You keep playing with Freddy's name, man. When you go to sleep, Jason can't save you. Just saying.
Unless he's in the dream.
He can't save right here. Freddy has all the power there.
If he's in the
Yeah.
dream, then he might be able to help a little bit.
Gary
I mean, we
said,
saw how Freddy versus Jason ended.
Gary said she want to hang with the aliens, but she don't want to get experimented on because they'll be disappointed. That's a wild take.
Excuse me. I would hang out with the alien. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
they might kiss you. They might. If you
They'll
ever
be
see the movie,
disappointed.
you ever see the movie Split, Carrie, when he kisses her on the cheek, and he says, "You might be pregnant right now." That's what the aliens gonna do.
Split's a great movie.
Yeah, it's great. So good. Who expected that? Good
Yeah, especially at that point, Shyamalan's career.
I mean, for him to throw that little thing at the end to connect them, I was like, and I was a
Yeah,
little
that was.
disappointed with the third movie, but
Yeah,
I
I
was
didn't
so
care for
hyped.
Glass much either.
I was so hyped. It was
I
on
was let
this.
down. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
let down. I was hoping they did something cool because I was never a big fan of Unbreakable, but I really love Split. And just having those two characters together and then have Glass back and stuff, they could have done so much better with that.
I feel like Unbreakable gets good at the last 20 minutes or so, and then the movie just it's over, and it's like, damn, I want more now. Like it's such a slow movie until the end, you know.
Yeah.
But but yeah, Unbreakable was cool. I watched it after Split, so I don't have that attachment like most. But yeah, Split is my favorite of the three.
Yeah, Split's my second favorite Shyamalan film behind Sixth Sense. I like The Visit
Mm,
too. The Village.
yeah,
I hate the twist, but I think we talked about The Village. I like
love
some.
that twist.
I
But you
like a
know what?
lot
I,
of the
I think we
movie,
have the
but I
same
don't like
three.
it.
I
Yeah.
think that's the
Oh
same
yeah.
three for me.
Sixth
That
Sense,
same
The
order
Visit,
too.
and Split. Yeah, it's
I
me. It's
think
a Sixth
I
Sense,
got
Split, and The Visit. My order.
yeah, the exact order. But I like old. Nobody likes old. I really dig old.
I actually didn't mind that one. I watched it late, like a few years after it came out, and I said, it's all right. It's better than a lot of his more recent stuff that I didn't care for. Then I watched it again a while after that, and I said, you know what? I actually, it's not bad. I said this is a lot better than the majority of his stuff post. Maybe like The Happening. I don't care for that movie either. I think that movie's ridiculously
Hello,
stupid,
Sunny.
but you can have fun with
Hello,
The
Sunny.
Happening.
Yeah.
There was one comment I wanted to read here.
Play with
Ever watch
toys,
Communion?
bro.
Oh, with Christopher Walken. Yeah, I was supposed to have the director Felipe Mora on for an interview. I had
You
him.
didn't
He was
watch it.
here
Whoa.
twice. He did
Hmm.
also The Beast Within. He did The Howling 2 and 3, and some documentaries earlier on in his career. And I had him for the live stream. He came on. He was dropping out every minute, like 30 seconds. His internet was terrible. He was in a diner or a restaurant using the Wi-Fi at a restaurant to do the interview. So it wasn't working out. I couldn't get him to stay on for more than 10 seconds. So then we tried again to pre-record it like a week and a half after that. This was like a few months ago. And then same thing, dropping out and everything. Then that's when I pinched a nerve, pulled my shoulder out and shit, and I was in pain for a while. So then the next time we tried, the third time, I missed him and I fell asleep and I was in pain. So I missed his ass. And then now we just been trying to get it going again to have him on. So sometime in the future
Sounds
we
like
will
it's
have.
his phone though, for it to happen twice.
Yeah, no, it was definitely his service, 100%.
Hmm.
And he was waiting on getting, like he said, he got a new phone and stuff like that after that. So hopefully that solves those issues. But I got to reach
Yeah,
out to him after Halloween and try to reschedule that. But
Ben, that's cool.
Communion is a good movie, Ben.
Ben, that
It's not
that
that
ending,
good, but it's good, and that's Christopher Walken, which is always great.
ending is split. Ben, yeah, I'm still disappointed. That was my number one movie of that year going in, and then we got that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh god, it was so bad.
no, Split was a big surprise for me when that came out. And James McAvoy's performance is unbelievable in
He's
that.
definitely one of the greatest actors of this generation. He is so good.
What's up, Russell? How you doing, brother?
Hey Russ, Sonny's here too. Sonny, man,
Hated
I'm
old
sorry,
terrible
Sonny.
script and live delivery, and line delivery. I'm guessing you meant. I don't know. I liked it. I didn't like love it. I wouldn't really throw it on often, but I came around for it a bit the second time. I don't think the twist was good or anything like that. I saw that shit coming a mile away. That was some
I actually like
experiment or
Trap
something like that.
Carrie. I do too. I
I
really do.
couldn't stand I couldn't stand that movie.
It's cheesy, but
I
I
thought it
love
was
it.
so fucking stupid. There's so many. That's a movie that like I'm not good with because you know how I nitpick logic and shit in movies. Like
Hmm.
I just couldn't with that. Like all of that movie. I mean, it was good seeing Josh Hartnett again. I mean, and he does a good job. But besides that, I could not get into that movie. And the one before that was by him was what, Knock at the Cabin, right?
I Got a
I
Cabin
think
was really good. I thought that was real good.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a little too long. Like I thought it would have worked better as a short story, like a short film. Like maybe
Honestly,
40
that shit,
minutes, 45 minutes, something like that.
I don't know, man. That might work good as a miniseries. I think. They would have
Well,
to ramp up
it's
some stuff.
yeah. I mean, if they had enough good stuff to fill it in, I mean, the characters were good in that. I thought it was pretty cool. And that one didn't really have a like a major twist that I remember or anything. It was a much more straightforward movie from Shyamalan.
Yo, so Art Carrier, you told me you never seen Split. You gotta relax. Go watch Split.
Yeah, you have to watch Split for sure. You haven't seen it, Carrie?
Jesus, that's a good one.
I know, May. I told Russell when he came back around that we were all worried about him and messaging him, and you were messaging him. I told him all that.
Oh yeah, Russ, I do
He's
remember people saying that.
he's been back for a while. Sonny is Russell. That's his new screen name
That's
since he
you,
came
Russ?
back.
God
Yeah,
damn, Russ will change your name so much.
Russell
Yeah.
Collier. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. When
good
he
to
was
see you, bro.
going
Cause
through some stuff for a bit.
I was gone for a long time, but I do remember when I before I left, people were like, "Where's Russ? Russell's, he's
Yeah,
gone."
yeah, yeah.
People were worried,
Exactly.
so good to see
Think
you, man.
I think his phone didn't your phone break or your phone was fucked up, something like that. It was like 2 months or so that he was MIA for the most part. Oh, you haven't seen
Man,
Split, Carrie? How have you not seen Split? And how the hell do I not know that? I can't believe you haven't seen Split. I feel like that's something
May,
that would have came up like in conversation in the past because that's such a good
May,
movie.
you don't like Split? Is that what you're saying? That's just background one time watches? Damn.
Hmm. Interesting.
Another one I liked. They would. It doesn't have a Freddy vibe, but I think like the palette of certain things would fit really nice with an M Street movie. Is Last Night in Soho, like the way that movie shot. I
Oh,
think
that
would be.
movie's a gorgeous movie. That
Hmm.
is some amazing cinematography in it.
Telling you, between him or
Who was that? Was that
Machete,
who directed that?
I forget.
Is that Edgar Wright?
Maybe
Was that Edgar
beautiful
Wright?
movie.
Let me know
It's
in the
with
chat, guys.
i-
Last night in
if
Soho. Is
not
that
if
Edgar?
not Fede Alvarez, I would definitely say he should. Whoever shot that should shoot it.
Yeah, Fede Alvarez is so fucking good. I was just watching Don't Breathe actually earlier.
Hmm.
which I haven't seen in a few years.
He
That's
kind of
just
fucked that franchise up though. That second movie was like, what the
I
hell?
haven't seen the sequel actually. I was gonna
Oh,
watch it after the stream actually. So
do
thanks.
it, do it. No,
Now
you
I'm
got
really
to.
looking forward to it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, hell, you ruined Tommy Knockers for me. Just
Ah,
had
well,
body.
so nah, I'm fucking with you anyway, but I'll check it out. I'll see how it is. But I
Yeah,
like the first
just
one.
put it this way: they try to make him the hero, and it's like, no, this
Oh,
doesn't
it's one of
work.
those sequels. Okay, like trying to
Yeah,
turn the first
it's
movie's
he's the
antagonist
lesser of the
to
bigger evil.
yeah. Okay, yeah, like what
That's
they
what
did
it
with
is.
Megan 2.0
I didn't
this
see
time.
that yet.
Yeah, well, that's my bad, but that's
Well, we
exactly
knew that,
what they do though. They flip
but
it
it
like
looked
a
like
Terminator
Terminator.
2, like a,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
Terminator
Yeah,
2. That's exactly what it is.
but
If they
Terminator
have,
2 is great. So
yeah, it's
what?
just the Megan 2.0 is nowhere near great. It's nowhere near good,
I
really.
thought the
It's
first one was
nowhere.
a
I had
surprise.
fun with it. I had fun with the sequel 2.0. It's not a good movie though, and I had Amy on again just because I had her on the first time, and her mom's a
Hmm.
sweetheart. She's a sweetheart, so it was great having her on. She did a good job and stuff, but. And I told her, and I said during that interview, I said, I'm going to tell you and ask you something, and or just tell you something that most people will never like who have you on, and talked about the box office a bit. Now it's bombing pretty much, and saying that none of that matters is that you put everything that you did into this
Did it
movie,
bomb?
just like you did the first movie. It did a lot worse than the first movie. I don't know if it recouped its budget. It probably did, but not enough for them to probably ever make another one. And there was a lot of
Well,
hate
there's
going around with that movie.
like,
But
with that
basically, the
type of
takeaway
movie,
was
shouldn't
telling
need
her
that
that,
big of
like,
a budget.
yeah, well, it had a pretty big budget, Megan
It
2.0.
shouldn't though. It's a horror movie at heart. Well, I hear they
Yeah.
changed that,
Well,
but
it was no, it was yeah. That's why it was a
yeah,
lot more action heavy,
it was
super
Terminator, huh?
action
They
thriller.
went from like a
Yeah,
flat,
it was
yeah,
basically just like full on Terminator too,
that's
with her
crazy.
going after like they make her like the good better
How
one, the
much you
lesser
want to
of two
bet
evils,
in 20 years it'll
for
be so
another
beloved?
cyborg. It might, yeah,
It'll be one
I
of
can
those.
see
I
that.
think Halloween
I can
Ends is
see
going
that.
to
I
be
can
like
see.
that too. I think
I don't know this
Halloween
half
Ends is
either.
going. I think it's going to turn into what Halloween 3 is turning into because people are starting
I
to
think
really like that
H2
movie.
has a much. I think Rob Zombie's H2 has a much better chance and already is reaching not that level, but it's getting reappraised like Halloween 3
I'm not
did
doing streams with you
back in
no more.
the day.
I'm just not doing streams with you. This
That's
is blasphemy.
that's all right. He has nothing left to say. He wanted to say, "I love this nightmare the most," but I don't want to put words in his mouth, so we'll bring him back. And
That
that's right from
H2
your
shit.
book the other last
That
week, so
H2
you
shit.
can't
Yo,
blame me.
I'll take the remake of Nightmare over that H2. Just saying.
Yeah, that's
That's how
how.
bad
Yeah,
it is.
I
And I
don't. I
don't
mean,
like that remake. I don't
I
understand.
know I know it's an unpopular opinion for me. I mean, and those of us who
I'm gonna
do love
rewatch it though.
H2.
I think I was so angry because I
Most
loved the
people
first one.
hate it. Yeah, most people hate it. Like that's the majority
My
rules
expectation was too
opinion on
high.
it.
He clearly was like,
It
"Fuck
could
this
be.
movie." He was trying to kill the character, bro. He was mad when he made that movie. You could tell.
Oh well, Michael Myers. That's one thing I love about. Well, Rob Zombie probably was pissed a bit when he made it, and he
He
was
was,
airing
and
out
that always happens. And
some things.
that happened when Halloween ends. The
Yeah,
owners pissed them off, and they reshot the whole ending. That's why they killed him like that.
yeah.
I think DC will keep
I
pissing
don't know a
people
lot of
off.
behind the scenes stuff for the trilogy, the last trilogy, because I just
Oh
could
yeah,
not
they
stand that
pissed them
trilogy.
off, and that wasn't the original ending. They went back and shot that 2 weeks before the movie aired. That was a rush job. That wasn't the original ending. They were pissed. He pissed
I
them
didn't know
off.
that.
Yep.
Well, what was the original ending?
They never said.
No,
Yep.
I'm, I wonder what it
But
was because
it
it
was. I
probably
think
could have been
he
better than that.
they were they did what Rob Zombie did. They did it so you got to reboot him. And I
Yeah.
guess they had an ending where they were going to continue on with their Michael, and they were pissed. So
Um, May, I left your comment on just to ask you which ones? What Indonesian horror movies have you been watching lately? I always love some good Indonesian horror. Carrie said, "Knock at the Cabin." She wanted to like they killed Rupert Grint. I'm out. I can see that. I mean, you can stand by the actors and actresses you like. I forgot he
I'm not
was
gonna
even in
laugh
that.
at you.
All right. right, I'm bouncing around. I
We're
think
all
I'm
gonna
almost
laugh
back.
at you. Mm, not at the cat. Show the test results. And they locked in the room. He be dancing.
What
Jim
movie,
Carrey in
man?
the
I forgot
background.
what movie we're talking about then.
Now I was reading some of the things. Did you hear that rumor
Hey,
about them
Rocky.
about them pushing the Jim Carrey to be Freddy? I'm like, I wish they just stopped because Jim Carrey would never do that.
Oh,
He's too
Jim
cool.
Carrey to be Freddy? Nah, I
Yeah,
don't want to see
it's been a
that.
big rumor. That's who they want. And Jim Carrey didn't even promote Kick Ass because he didn't like the violence after he shot it. So you think he's going to do Freddy? It's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's weird. I don't think he would ever do that. And Carrey's been in a weird place with Jim Carrey for a long
Mm,
while. He had like a crisis, identity crisis, existential crisis for a while. And I mean, I love the guy. I think he's a brilliant
his
fucking
girlfriend
mind
died
and
and shit.
actor. Yeah, he
Mm,
went through a lot of personal stuff too. How you
he
doing,
seen some
Rocky?
shit.
And it was Edgar Wright last night in Soho. Okay, cool. I thought it was him. I always want to confuse him just because the name Edgar Wright and Robert Eggers. Like I always want to confuse them with certain movies. But I knew it wasn't Robert Eggers. I was pretty sure I was right on that one
Have
for
you
Edgar Wright.
watched The Long Walk yet?
You know, I've had it downloaded on my computer for like the last week and a half, and then I went to start it. And I put it on for like 5-10 minutes one night, like a week ago, and I passed out like 10 minutes into it. But I need to watch that again soon because I love that story, and I've been wanting an adaptation and seeing hopefully a good adaptation for a while now. Like since I was a teenager, probably when I read that. I love that story. That's one of my favorite King stories.
Well, Carrie wants to know. What's up, Rocky?
King of New York. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Man, how they made such a beautiful film. It's the
King
typical
of New
horror
York is
movie.
actually one of my favorite gangster movies of all time. I love it. Nobody talks about that movie.
Yeah, you don't hear about that often. You're right. When did that come out too? What year was that?
Was that 91 maybe?
90 something, right? Early
Could have been
90s?
89 though. Could have been 89, possibly.
You're right, it could be.
Lawrence
I'm not
Fishburne
sure
is
when it came out.
excellent in that
Or
movie.
yeah, no, he's great. And that's what I remember the most from that is his fucking performance. He's
Where the
great.
chicken that motherfucker? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that line too. Yeah, that's right. I gotta rewatch that movie. That's a great fucking movie.
I love that movie, man.
That's a really
Nobody
good
talks
film.
about it.
I gotta
For
rewatch that. That's a good one.
from now on,
That's the one
nothing
that's
goes
gonna stick
down
in my
unless you
mind from the
fall.
stream. That's the movie that's gonna stick in my mind from this stream the most. When it's of any stream we do, and there's always a million movies that come up. That's the one that's gonna stick in my mind. So I'll probably rewatch that sometime soon.
I still need to watch The Evil Dead. You know, I've never seen. I've only seen Army of Darkness. I've never seen the Evil Dead movies.
Wait, say that you've never seen Evil Dead
Evil Dead.
besides
I've only.
Army of Darkness?
Yep.
So you know, or the TV series either.
Nope.
Thing. You got to get on that shit like
Yo,
immediately.
I was
First of
I
all.
was one of the people that didn't know Army was connected. I've seen Army of Darkness 1,000
Okay.
times, but
Yeah.
yeah, I grew up with it, but I never watched. I didn't know. I didn't know until maybe 2015. I found out they were connected. I didn't know that was the same franchise.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted to originally call it.
Hmm.
Yeah, good. I am good, Rocky. I hope all is well with you as we lead up to Halloween. Yeah, Army was supposed to be, what was it, Primeval Dead or Medieval Dead or something like that. And I thought that was a pretty good name. And then they ended up changing it for whatever reason to Army of Darkness. But I think that was like the name that they were shooting it under, and then they changed it. The studios might wanted them to change it to distance it from Evil Dead because of the rights issues and stuff. But
Hmm.
Army is such a great movie. I mean, it's Evil Dead's the only franchise I consider perfect
Perfect.
franchise. I mean, even though Evil
Yeah,
Dead
it
Rise
it
is
was
missing something, It's
I
still
for a
great.
while I thought Scream and Evil Dead was perfect, but the last few installments of Scream and the last Evil Dead, I see a lot of people didn't really like Rise that much. So
Yeah,
I don't
Rise
know
is
if it's as
definitely
perfect.
the biggest, weakest link in the franchise, but it's missing something. I feel like it
Mm.
was too tame, especially by like the 2013 Fede Alvarez remake version.
It's a
I mean
smaller
that,
story, probably.
yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah, and I was expecting more too because it was in when they announced that it would be in a high-rise building. The first thing I thought of was like Demons too by Lamberto
Yeah.
Bava in a high rise, and then and just deadites fucking everywhere, and they're ripping people and turning into deadites. They're changing, killing people like havoc everywhere,
Hmm.
and just that's not what we got at all. I like what we got, but I feel like even the scenes that they tried to like push the boundary a bit, like with the glass, like swallowing the glass and stuff, and you see it like going down her throat on the inside, that's cool, but it still pales for me to like the needle scene in the bathroom and with the toilet cover when in the remake when he kills the nurse girl, and when the other girl saws her arm off with the
This
electric
is the
knife.
Rises is part of the remake, so it's like a. Is it a sequel to that or is it its own thing?
You know, honestly, I don't remember. It's so weird with the whole franchise is terrible with continuity and stuff. This is like all
Mm.
different timelines. You can look at it as. I'm not sure if they're connected. I think they are in some way. They are now at this point. They kind of have found a way to connect pretty much everything in the universe in some way,
Hmm.
or at least there's some theories. And now I love this in this that we're watching with now he's out of a nightmare. He's out of Jesse, which is one of the
Hmm.
greatest effects. I love that effect.
Yeah.
But now this whole part of the movie, I guess you can interpret it too that it's just not really happening,
Yeah.
and Freddy's
It's
not
so
really
sad
in
the way Grady
reality.
died, bro. Like to see their friendship.
I
Yeah, he
know,
took
right?
too much of it, but the way he died and his parents outside the door. It's just,
And yeah, that I said that actually in the kills compilation I did last year. What I included his kill just because of the reaction of just the way of him, like banging and pleading for his father to open up, and it's sad. Like the emotion of the kill is very good, even if you don't see anything really.
yeah, that's you know, I don't know. Just always hit me differently, man.
His makeup looks so good when he's saying
And
like
it
"I
was
love you,
almost like,
Lisa"
God
and
damn,
stuff.
why you bring that to Grady, man? Why you go over Grady? You know what I mean?
I know why they doing Grady wrong like that.
But
Come on,
I understand.
Freddie, you
Like
can't just
he needed a friend to help him stay awake. But God damn, he killed
yeah,
Grady, bro.
basically.
How
Well,
you
I
feel
mean,
about
and
that
that
scene with his
I mean,
eye in his mouth?
yeah, yeah, that's great too. I love that shot. That's in my stream intro that I can no longer use since StreamYard made it. You can't you fucking play videos or use intros on the free version, which is so stupid. But in my intro, I used to have with all the clips of my favorite movies. That's a shot in there. Is the eyeball moving in Jesse's mouth, and you see it. That's such a great shot. That's what I loved when Jack was on the channel, and that was an early interview for me. That was like maybe like the fourth or fifth person I had on, and definitely the most accomplished, like by
Hmm.
far, because it was like some found footage, like first time filmmakers were like the first two or three interviews I did. Then I landed Steve Barton, who was the executive producer for Terrifier and Terrifier 2, and it was right when Terrifier 2 came out. Then I think right after that was Jack Sholder. I think that Jack was right after that. But he started bringing out the storyboards and for the effects and showing like the Jesse scene and stuff like that. It was so
Hmm.
cool that he had them
I
laying
imagine
around
so.
there and he was showing them off.
Hmm.
Carrie asked, "You haven't seen Evil Dead Rise?
No, nope, nope, nope. I actually heard
What
little pieces of it though, because I had it on in the background. You ever put a movie in and you don't watch it, but you walk
all the
away from
time,
it and you still hear it?
all the time. I need either music or TV or a show or something like or a movie in the background for if I'm sleeping, if I'm editing, if I'm working, like actual work on computer, emailing, anything that I'm doing. If I'm in my room, I need music or something entertaining playing in the background. So there's a lot of movies I'll throw on that I haven't seen in forever. Then like, oh, I could watch this movie and have it on the background. It'll fill my memory in, but then I don't pay attention like 99% of the time.
Mhm.
It's just background noise, like fun background noise.
Hey, you know how to do a poll on
Yeah,
your YouTube? Why don't you
yeah. I
ask
gotta
the
just do
chat?
it on my phone.
Ask them where is this a top five Freddy movies? I wonder
Okay,
what they think. No,
good
ask them
question.
if it's top three.
Top
You
three.
love it. You
I
love
was
it.
thinking that too. I was thinking top three. Let's do.
You love it.
All right,
So
let's see. Let's
I
see.
mean, it's no Freddy's dead, but
Yeah. I
forget
actually,
about
I've
it.
got. It's cool that you love that movie that much because, like I said, I had a lot of fun when I watched it last and did the video
I feel
on
like
it.
I'm the only one, dude. Like one of my friends, she kind of made. I was like, "Yeah, Freddy's dead," and then she was confused at what I was saying, and she was like, "Oh no, dude, Freddy dead fucking sucks." I was like, "Oh shit," she broke my heart. She was like, "No, I love you, but it fucking sucks." I was just like, "We can't talk anymore." Like I literally couldn't talk to her for a couple days. I'm like, "Okay."
Why have they changed like the layout and everything and shit? How I just want to put a poll up. They used to just be a regular button like for poll. Now there's like all these different buttons
Yeah,
on the YouTube app on a phone. How do you do the friggin' poll?
Freddy's home.
I forget.
Originally they wanted it to be young kids, but you can't kill kids
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah. That would have been way too dark.
So imagine, like, it kind of got that off though. Like, it is killing younger kids. So I wonder if that was really always, how, because I always think that's a good crossover, Freddy versus Pennywise, and for the souls of the children. Like, I always thought that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. There's a lot
Mm,
of crossovers they could do that we should get that we haven't at this point, and it's kind of shocking, especially with how heavy everything is with remakes and reboots and legacy sequels. There's you don't see a lot of crossovers. You know what I mean?
the
Like
way
you would
we're
think at
seeing
this
all
point
one
with all the
company buy all
remakes.
this shit up, we probably
Yeah,
will. We'll probably see everybody in one movie. Remember, we supposed to get
that's the thing.
Hellraiser and Freddy
Once,
versus Jason too.
yeah, and we got the comics of Ash versus Freddy versus Jason or whatever. That
Mhm.
was supposed to be a movie they wanted to do.
Yeah, that was the second movie. And remember, they actually shot that, but they took the scene out because they couldn't get the rights. I mean, they couldn't clear the rights. But um, Pinhead, it was supposed to be at the end of the movie, like, okay, fellas, what's going on? Like he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
pulling the
yeah.
strings the whole time. It was never Freddy. It was Pinhead. So,
Hmm.
and
That
ultimately,
was
he was going to be the big bad. And, with Ash and all three of them, he would have been the big bad. So I don't know how that would have worked, but I'm fucking interested.
yeah. I'm down. Usually, that's why always a lot of sequels and a lot of twos in franchises work for me more, or that they're favorites of mine over the originals. Just any ones that a lot of the ones are the ones that really take a risk and throw a totally different story or go in a completely different direction or throw a lot of new stuff and risky stuff and decisions and ideas at the wall, and maybe it doesn't all stick, but just for that effort and for thinking outside the box and trying to do something so different, a lot of those movies gain my respect and love because of that. Like
Absolutely.
I know
I
Slumber
love
Party
way more
Massacre
sequels.
2 is not a good movie. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like it's not a
But it's
good
so
film. But
creative.
I
It is
love that
creative.
film and it's yeah, I love it and it's my favorite in
Mhm.
that
I love the
franchise. And
palette too, like the color palette of the movie.
yeah,
It's
it
really
was
good.
when I had the director and writer on Deborah last month or a few weeks back. We talked about the lighting like during the because it's a musical. It's a
Hmm.
musical slasher,
The
Slumber
first
Party Massacre
horror
2.
musical. I mean, well, I guess Rocky was the first, but
Yeah,
this
but
is
I
the
guess you could
first
say like first
slasher one.
slasher. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
First like slasher one.
yeah,
And
for sure.
just the songs are great. So and she went into talking about like who wrote the music, friends of hers that were in bands and stuff. And but like there's certain shots like during the Let's Buzz song, and he's going around with this guitar drill, and he's drilling the holes in the door. Then the multicolored light starts coming through the door from the hallway into the dark room. That's a really cool shot.
Tasha,
And
that's
that
really
film was
dirty.
super inspired. What'd you
She
say?
said I. She said I totally passed out for a couple minutes. Freddie unfortunately did not come for me. I don't know. It sounds dirty to
Aw.
me. I don't know. It
He
sounds
didn't
dirty.
come for you. See, you should have stayed
That's crazy.
asleep longer.
That's freaky. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I know that, Carrie, because that's what I used to do too. I fucking love that movie. I used to watch that movie every night growing up for like a week at a time, 2 weeks. I would just not take a movie out of the VHS player. I would just like I had a VHS player, and just even back then as a kid, I always needed something to fall asleep to. It was like background noise, so I would just leave the same movie in for a week or two. And there's so many movies that I now to this day I remember every fucking line, everything to it, because I would just fall asleep to it. I watched it like every week. I mean, every day for like weeks.
Same, same. How you feel about these dogs? These Freddy dogs?
I like them. I think
Yeah,
they're weird as shit.
they're different. You never seen nothing like that again. But
Yeah, no. And like the
oh,
makeup there, like with him, like when she's
yeah.
saying, because I got an ad, so I might be a little bit behind. But like when she's saying "I love you, Jesse," and he's struggling and like he's
Mhm.
taking over, fighting Freddy for control. All the makeup and the shadows on his face, and he looks so evil. The
Yeah.
whole movie,
That
he
motherfucker went
just
through
this.
that door though. I always got a kick out of that. It's funny how he went through that door, but nobody else could break a door down. He's killing all these people and nobody will open the
Yeah,
door.
yeah,
It's like, what the fuck? Yo, he's so arrogant and cocky though when he's out at the pool, the way he's just standing and walking around. It's like,
yeah.
yo,
That's
damn.
what it makes me wonder, like if that really happened, because you can look at it like, because
Yeah,
now I
you
got to
can.
remember and see if they don't show Grady again at the end, right? No. So I mean, you can kind of maybe think that like from that point when he broke out of Jesse's body, that Jesse was
Hmm.
fell asleep and the rest was all a dream. You could look at it that way, even though I don't think that's the intended way, like it was intended that way, but
Hmm.
to make it kind of fit more into the rest of the Nightmare films, you can kind of look at it that way so that he never really left Jesse's mind and went into actual reality.
I don't like to think about it like
Yeah,
that.
I don't really care for it that way
'Cause it's
either. I
it's
like
like
it.
it's like damn.
It takes away everything that makes it
Yeah.
unique and different.
But it's a good question because like the end of the first movie with the car, did that happen? Did it not happen? But the mother really
Yeah,
died. I mean, and the same
exactly.
thing with the ending of this one, where he just busted out of the girl's chest. It's just
Yeah,
oh,
I love the
good
whole
point.
disintegration sequence when everything's on fire and the way that Freddy's face starts melting.
Yeah.
Then it just like straight up blows up a bit. That looks so cool.
Yeah,
And
that
then
is
it
so
like
70s,
falls
80s horror
over.
right there.
Yeah, the way the flames are engulfing it, it's
That's
a dummy
so
at that point, but the
practical,
way
man.
I love
Before
that.
the CGI shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And she's just there like crying, saying, "What the fuck just happened?"
Did you
I
did
feel
you
so
put the
bad for Lisa. I couldn't, yeah, I couldn't put the poll up because I was trying. I'm looking on my phone on the app and I can't figure out how to do it. They changed everything.
you gotta go to YouTube and do it.
Yeah, I know. If I open up a tab on the laptop, then it'll freeze me on here. I don't want to do that.
That sucks.
I know, but we had some people throw in and say that Ben doesn't have it in his top three, but I think
I don't
most
think I
other
have it
people
in my top
do.
three. I don't think I
No,
do.
you not.
I don't rank Freddy. I love him so much. I don't know. I would have a hard time ranking these. I've ranked every other franchise, but I've never ranked this one. It's so hard for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Well, I
Because
mean,
even though Jesse's my favorite,
every
this
entry
was
is
the
great
best
stuff.
franchise to me.
Yeah, you said that
I
on the
just
stream the other
I
night.
like the creativeness of this franchise. And its sad part is
Absolutely.
they didn't even scratch the surface of what they could do with this character. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's
that's what
blessing.
that's what you said. Yeah, and you're right. They definitely can take Freddy still into a multitude of different directions, but I want them to like return to Freddy himself and stuff, and then not really. If they were to do a new Nightmare film, I want to see more of just like back to basics with Freddy being creepy, but do something new out of that. But don't
I
like
I think
expand on the lore that's already there. I don't want to see more about his mother and more about like his
I
backstory and stuff like that. More of like a soft reboot, I guess, in a way that like
I think Robert Englund's idea is the best idea that'll please the fans, where Freddy is an entity. So depending on what your fear is, he heightens on that fear, and
Yeah.
he could be anything. He could be a girl Freddy. It could be a kid Freddy. It could be a fat Freddy, a skinny Freddy, a tall Freddy. It could be a lot of different Freddys, and it'll just heighten on your fear. And I think maybe they should go in that direction, and then maybe towards the end of the movie, when the entity comes as one, when they band together
Mhm.
to fight Freddy, maybe he comes as one as the original Krueger, and maybe Robert Englund can just play that. I think that
That's
would
a
be
good
cool.
idea. That is a good idea,
I
actually.
mean, I think that would be really cool, and I think people won't
That,
get as mad, and it's still adding a new
yeah,
touch to it.
that's
And I
that's
think he'll be
that
down for that because he doesn't want to do a whole
a
thing. But
full. I know exactly. It's a lot of
if he
work for
just
him
could
with the
do,
prosthetics.
a day or two of work and the ending and the
I think
voices,
that would
I
be a
think it
good
would work.
idea. I would
But
like to see that actually, or something like that, where they can, because yeah, it was just like Bruce Campbell, how he retired Ash because he just can't do it anymore. You know, the physicality and everything.
mm.
He
And what
retired
it
that
was
character.
is he got sick and he got hurt on Freddy versus Jason. So I think
Yeah,
I
well,
think he
yeah,
would have
that
did
too.
Freddy
Yeah,
versus Jason again, and that's what I said. He always said he had one left, and that's why they rebooted it because he only wanted to do one. And I think
yeah,
if they were going to do one, they should have did Freddy versus Jason. At least they can end that story.
yeah.
So, but
That's true.
but they're not going to. They want to reboot this shit, and
Ah, yeah, they're gonna keep. This is just like when we were talking on some stream about King Kong and Godzilla and those are and Dracula and the Universal monsters, Frankenstein. Those are the ones that you're just going to see that are keep going to get remade and get new reiterations, get updates every few generations or every generation or multiple times a generation in some cases. But just like those characters and those infamous creatures and monsters and stuff, it's going to be the same. I feel like going forward for decades with all the slasher icons and stuff. With Freddy, with Michael, with Jason, Chucky, they're not going anywhere for a long, long time. Even if the creators and stuff are gone, and
Chucky's
there's
going to be
always going
hard
to be
because it's
something.
the voice. It's all about the voice.
Yeah, I know that's the hardest. I think he's the hardest one you can't replace. I mean, Chucky
Hmm.
is Brad Dourif. That was fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you, May, for hanging out. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And Carrie says, yeah, top three would say Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. Then Dream Warriors as her number two. And then the Dream Master. And then she put Nightmare on Elm Street 2 at number four. All right. So
That's a
top
nice.
four.
I've never heard that rank. That's a cool
Yeah, it's
rank.
an
And I told you
interesting one.
people
Yeah.
love four, man. Four is it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
fun Freddy
A lot
movie.
of people do.
It's the MTV Freddy.
I prefer the extremely ridiculous Fun Freddy like you would Freddy's Dead over the Fun Freddy from 4 and 5 MTV Freddy.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's pretty much that from four on. But I will say, Ben, you're right. To think he's on the Goldbergs is his last appearance. That's
Yeah,
hurtful feeling.
yeah, that's not a good way of ending it, but hopefully we get something else. I mean, you never know. But all
But
right,
hey,
guys. So
yeah.
Cal, what's going on in your channel before we end this? And then
Okay. For those that don't know, I'm sure most of you do. I'm Kal-El Daily, and I have a channel here, and you can. I don't know if it's linked. It probably will be, but find me over on Kal-El Daily. And next week we will be doing continuing the movie years, and we'll be doing 1992 and 1997. I will have Katie's Nightmares and Rayleigh's movies, and another special guest there for that one. And we also got a vampire stream coming up very soon, so that should be fun too, where we rank our favorite vampire
sweet,
movies. Love to have you over,
awesome.
please. And if you haven't watched our last one from Sunday, it is up now, and I would love to get your opinion and feedback on it.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I saw the notification actually the other day when it came out, so I said, "Oh,
And
cool."
to
He said, "I
you,
saw that you
so
went back into '80s," so I said, "Okay, even more interesting."
yeah,
I
that
got
was
to
a
check it
different
out.
one. I did that with my boys, and we did. It's all genres. So I've been doing all horror with the
Okay, cool.
ladies. So we decided to do just go to a different decade, and we made it harder. We extended it to five picks because it's all genres,
Okay,
so it was a little harder.
interesting.
But yeah, it was a fun time. That was a great. Please stop past and watch it. Also, too, I want to say thank you to you. This was fun. Thank you. I love when people think of
As
me because I
always,
am a huge Krueger fan. So when you think Krueger,
absolutely.
always invite Kyle. I'll be here.
Absolutely, man. It was a blast as always with you here. Everybody in the chat, always a blast as well.
Thank you, man.
And May just dropped the Cal's channel there. So please, guys, anyone who is not subscribed, head over there. Great guy, great content. Always a blast. But so what do we got tomorrow? Tomorrow is fucking Tuesday. Well, it's now Tuesday. So at 3 p.m. we have what is The Strangers? Is that today? Yeah, The Strangers, and then The Strangers Pray at Night tomorrow at 11 p.m. for the late night. And then we got the 29th, we have Day of the Dead is the late night, and the matinee is Brain Damage. Not Brain Damage, Dead Alive or Brain Dead. So we got a lot of fun ones. And actually, Carrie, thank you for dropping the link for your latest stream, Cal. So it's right there, guys. So you guys click right on that.
You're awesome.
All right, guys. Okay, Carrie, I don't want to go through every name because then it'll be everybody. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. Love you. Have a great night. And this is Cal. This is